It's Mick in Memphis. Charles in East Tennessee. Light it up. Kick back. This is the Real Smoke Podcast. 2 mics, 2 chairs, same sky, different air, long ash, slow burn. Every story takes a turn. Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Let the week just unlock. From the leaf to the glass, we're talking good times that last. This is Real Smoke, Real Smoke. Turn it up, let it roll. From Memphis down the river to the Knoxville hills, we know real people, real talk. Let the conversation flow. Every Thursday, light it, listen. Welcome to the Real Smoke Show. Cigar, small batch, perfect draw, perfect match. Whiskey whispers in the glass. Let the past and present clash. Legends, up and comers, late nights, long summers, behind the scenes, on the grind. We're getting into every side. This is Real Smoke, Real Smoke. Turn it up, let it roll. From Memphis down the river to the Knoxville hills, we know real people, real talk. Let the conversation flow. Every Thursday, light it, listen. Welcome to the Real Smoke Show.
This episode may contain strong language, weak opinions, bad advice, and men speaking confidently about things they only half understand. Statements made should not be considered factual, morally sound, especially if they are drinking. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Real Smoke Podcast with your hosts, Mick and Charles. The podcast that's all about real people, real cigars, and real smoke. Coming to you live from the Real Smoke Virtual Cigar Lounge. Bringing you the best of cigars, whiskey, and all the good times in between. It's more than just a podcast. It's a community of cigar lovers. So grab your favorite smoke, pour a drink, and join us as we dive into all things cigars, whiskey, and just having a damn good time. This is the Real Smoke Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 67 of the Real Smoke Podcast. I turned northern all of a sudden. It's that podcast. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, welcome to episode 67 of the Real Smoke Podcast. We are your host. That he's Mick. I'm Charles. Y'all know the deal. Before Cigar Vault, Oakdale.
In this installment of Don't Be That Guy, you know, the guy that comes into a cigar lounge, buys a cigar, cuts it, and then complains that it unravels. Don't be that guy. Let's see what he does.
Really excited to smoke this one. It's unraveling. What? Why is it unraveling? Where'd the rest of it go?
Don't cut your cigar that low and then complain that it unravels. That's not good. That is not where you cut a cigar. You don't cut it there. Cut it right there.
I'm loving all of the public service announcements that Norman Miguel's doing. I mean, if you would think that he just wouldn't have a clue what he was doing. So that's pretty interesting.
Did he not send you the John Aldi one? Did
yes,
you see
that
John
is next
Aldi
week.
One? Okay.
That is next week.
I won't spoil the surprise for anyone who hasn't seen it, but yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good
No, yeah, can't wait for that one. So that one's next week. So what's going on? It's been a week. It's been a week. But it's been a week. What's going on with you today?
It has been a week, man. Yeah, it's been good. Productive. A lot of work. A lot of craziness. But I'm glad it's Thursday, man. We get to hang out and bring on, I guess, a second time guest, kind of. So it's going to be a good time, man. We're kicking off Women's Month.
It is Women's Month. So let's go. I mean, you've already started it, so we might as well finish it. This month is Women's Domination Month. One of my favorite months that we do because, one, it's the biggest challenge of the entire year. Getting 4 people that are high up on our list that we want to have on the show to actually say yes. And once again, second year in a row, we've done it. So this month, we again, 2026 Female Domination Month. We do have coming up here in just a few minutes, Sara Rodriguez from West Tampa Tobacco Company. Next week, we have Amanda Bryant. She is the one of the leading ladies in the world of moonshine. So that's going to be exciting and fun. She is one of the winners of Moonshiners, as well as on the TV show Moonshiners. So, and she's also starting her own distillery in Pennsylvania. So that's going to be exciting. Can't wait to talk to her next week on that one. And then we have Marianne Eves. She is the first female master distiller in the state of Kentucky. She has worked with numerous companies over the years and now has her own bourbon that's out there. And then we're going to close out the month with somebody that everybody knows. We do have Karen Berger. She is going to be on to talk about her cigars. So that is going to be, I think we got a pretty good lineup this month.
Amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear them tell their story, man. I know we had a lot of fun with this last year. I had some great guests on last year, and
we did.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be great, man. We're gonna keep building on this every year and show off those leading ladies in the industry that they're in. Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about it. Getting, I mean, Sara, we have on tonight. She is. We'll say that this is her. She's been on here 1.5 times, maybe
Correct.
1.25 times. Not sure if the quarter counts, but she has shown her face on the screen at the Real Smoke Studios. So let's see. We do need to we need to hawk a few things really quickly. We do need to talk about our Patreon. If you want to support the Patreon, if you want to help us, make sure that one thing that Mick always says, and I want to reiterate, we never ask a company for cigars when we're doing them. We want to pay for them, but to keep our wives off our back and not trying to kill us because we're always having to buy cigars for every week, we do have a Patreon. So Mick, would you do us the honor and going over the Patreon?
Sure would. Yeah. So for that low price, like less than a cup of coffee for real, you could join the Smoking Like Jesus, I'm as bad as you on the opener. Real Smoke Cut and Light Crew. 15% off Cigar Vault. That's the big kicker right there. 15% off. So you buy a few cigars a month, you're already getting your money back. Sticker pack, shout out on IG, name of the show credits, members only Discord, ask us questions, and a sneak peek at upcoming guests. And for double that price right there on your screen, you can join the Real Smoke Inner Circle. Everything we talked about before, including the 15%, everything. Enter to win a quarterly prize pack. I'm really struggling with this. Ability to attend our monthly Zoom HERF, ability to talk with and ask questions on Zoom HERF. So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff there. And like Charles said, we don't ever want to make any money off doing this. We just want to get close to breaking even and not have to buy cigars. And it's great. Yeah. So you guys are helping us out. We're hopefully entertaining you a little bit. My vocabulary and Charles's vocabulary tonight. We're going to entertain you greatly tonight. So let's go.
Talking, man. I don't know what to say because I'm gonna mess it up. Anyways, we also dropped 2 new shirts this week, didn't we?
We did. Let's try and get through that promo. Yeah. So the 2 new ones. Go ahead. You want to go try it? You can try it.
Well, I was just gonna say. So tell us about our shirts, but yeah, go check out the link in our bio on IG. Take us to our merch stuff. Go check out the shirts that are on there. Favorite one on there, Fueled by Caffeine, Nicotine, and Sarcasm. If you don't know us, then you don't know us. We did drop this week. We dropped our St. Patrick's Day shirt as well as our Cinco de Mayo, or Day of the Dead shirt is on there. And tonight I'm wearing the 80s throwback shirt. So go check those out. Small little feed, rock them. That way everybody can see you. And we'll post your beautiful face up on here. This has got to be one. Got to rock the 80s.
Retro. That's great.
Do you have a winner for something that you did?
Yeah, let me try to get through that. So yesterday, now I'm paranoid too. So yesterday I went through and made sure that every person. So we had 86 entries into the Haze Gray and our sticker pack that we're giving away. But the Haze Gray 3-pack, it's the Irmaus Dumar, the Admiral, and the Patriot. So we decided we would buy a 3-pack of those. Give them away. All you had to do was a couple simple things on IG, and maybe for an extra added bonus, you could follow us on YouTube. So it went really, really well. We had 86 total entries of everybody that did everything. And maybe there's an easier way to do this. I'm sure there is, but I went through and actually hand checked every single one of them. I put all 86 names into a randomizer. I picked a number from 1 to 86, and we ended on number 15, which was Brooklyn Brats 55. Michael Gallicchio, I think. Yeah, Brooklyn Brat 55. So right there on your screen. So we'll be contacting him after the show. That is our winner of the Haze Gray Real Smoke sticker pack. Now that I spent like 4 hours doing that last night, is there an easier way to go through all that and figure it out, or you got to do it by hand every time?
Not really.
Okay.
Usually what I do is the best thing that I do is if you're checking to make sure everybody's doing that, no, it's not. If you're just picking a random number, my favorite thing to do is ask AI, pick a number 1 to whatever, and then I go pick that number. I mean, I'm literally not typing anything into a random organizer. I'm not doing that. I don't have time in my day to do that. So whatever works best for you, but I take the easy road. You know,
I started it. I finished it.
Chat GPT helps me out.
I'll probably never do it again, but congratulations, Michael.
Also, let's go ahead and say what's up to Smoky and Cigar of the Month Club. Go check out the price right there. Use code RSNEW. You'll get 5 cigars each month. If you use our code, you'll get a new Smoke In torch slider and a perfect cutter. They have been with us for a little while. Every month is a great pack. It's always nice to have a good surprise come in once a month that you get 5 really good cigars. So we did do a cigar, but we both don't have that cigar to smoke tonight. So what are you smoking?
I'm smoking the West Tampa Circle of Life.
Well, I did tell Sara that I did not have any more West Tampa. And then the moment you said Circle of Life, I remember she sent us a Circle of Life. So I went and dug through the humidor, and I guess I'm going to take out of my little fancy Brooder's little case over here. And I did find a Circle of Life. So I will be smoking West Tampa again tonight. So I will also cut that with that fancy Brooder's cigar cutter. Look at that. Look at that ugly mug. Who wears this hat backwards? I wonder. And who wears this hat forward? Me either. And it's also customized with the nice little gold diamond. If you know who that gold diamond is for, if you know, you know. That's a little tribute to some family of ours. But thanks to Brooder's for that one. And thanks to Sara for this one. I'm going to enjoy both of them. So.
Great lead in, man. Love it. Love it.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Do you have anything else we need to cover before we get started?
I just want to say about our numbers. So we finally hit the 500 mark on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. And that was in part to the Haze Gray giveaway. So thank you, Haze Gray. And thank you, everybody that's subscribed. Hopefully you watch and hang out with us and ask questions. And man, we're over halfway to 7,000. So I mean, we're 65-41 at the time we went live tonight. So
2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. So we are, and the numbers are just blowing me away on Instagram, man. We're really, really jumping quickly. So thank you, everybody that's following along in this journey with us, and continue to do what you're doing. And that's all I got for a lead-in. That was my last little note.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and start talking about the cigar that we're smoking tonight. And tonight's cigar is brought to you by Robert Courtner over at XIII Knives.
Hey guys, this is Robert over at XIII Knives, and I'm visiting one of my Hey, this is Robert over at XIII Knives. I'm at my local B&M, smoking a fine cigar. I want to show you some things over here in their display rack. Oh, look at there. There's some badass bulldog cutters right there. All made in the United States of America with 1095 high carbon steel. And I don't know if you noticed, there's a few other things over there that I do. Some cigar holders. Those are all pretty badass. They're all for sale. Hit me up if you want to buy something. Go to my website. Go to my socials. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Real Smoke Podcast. Go to your local brick and mortar. Go buy a cigar. Enjoy. Smoke what you want. Enjoy it. Peace out.
So the cigar that we are smoking tonight
Tonight is the West Tampa Tobacco Company Red Lancero. Wrapper, Mexican, San Andres. Binder, Nicaraguan, Condega. Filler, Nicaraguan, Condega, and Esteli. Price right there on your screen. And that's brought to you by 13 Knives.
So let's go ahead and bring on the lady who's going to kick off Women's Domination Month. The one who's going to start it all. She's leading the way. Let's say hi to first the sponsors of our guest, Destination Cigars. You thought I was going to do it, didn't you? I even had you going.
Step into the world of cigars like never before at Destination Cigar Lounge, home of the exclusive Allegory cigar brand. Whether you're kicking back at Governor's Crossing in Sevierville, Tennessee, or soaking up the rich aroma at Almost Havana in Hurricane, West Virginia, every visit is an adventure. From top-tiered cigars to expert recommendations and a laid-back atmosphere, it's the perfect place to relax, connect, and enjoy the craft. If you are looking for bold and unforgettable flavors, escape to the world of Allegory cigars. Kick back with the rich Mexican San Andres dividend. Enjoy the smooth intrigue of the censored Sumatra, or fire up the bold and flavorful Escape Habano. For more information, you can follow them on Instagram at destination_cigars, or you can explore more by visiting them online at destinationcigarlounge.com, or take a journey to one of their 3 locations in West Virginia and Tennessee. No matter where your cigar journey takes you, every blend is an experience worth savoring. Where the road ends, the perfect smoke begins at Destination Cigar Lounge.
Let's go ahead and bring to the stage Miss Sara. Welcome back.
Hello. Hello. I found headphones.
I see that.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And we're excited to have you back. I was going to make the joke that I think your cat had more airtime than you did last time you were on. So I wanted to make sure that we brought you back and actually welcomed you in and let you tell your story.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he is locked.
Honestly,
down.
I think that's more correct than not. So that's what we were talking about in the green room. One of the best moments was you getting pissed at your cat, and the second best moment was you cussing your cat for making you mad. I mean, the AI thing that we used to clip it actually clipped that one, and it's like, am I going to use that? No, but I'm saving it. I will use it sometime.
Yeah. I'm very nice to him, but he was getting in the way.
He was getting a little extra.
A little much. So I'm sure I'm going to hear him scratching at the door, but now I can't with my headphones. So never mind.
So not that you need much help, but we're going to make you look even better tonight. That's why we started off by screwing up our intros and we couldn't talk tonight. So our whole goal is to make you the star of the show tonight. So it's working. It's working. So this is all part of the plan.
I love it.
Just remember, talking hard. No speak hard. Well.
Yeah.
And I wonder why we can't get people to join our Patreon. I mean, it's because I can't read the damn ad right. That's why.
You got it. You did it.
They're more like, if they talk like that and it's free, I'm not paying to hear how they talk.
Stop. You guys are great. I'll pay $5 a month.
Anyways, let's Mick always likes to start this one off. We're gonna make this a Sara night. We're gonna take it back to when Sara was growing up, what it was like. I'm really interested in hearing about your travels. I know you got a lot of them, and then really interested in when you decided it's time to come home and what that was like. And then we'll get into, the company, because you actually have a chance to speak this time. So,
and like I told you in the green room, we love your dad tremendously. He was awesome. He was amazing. It was one of my favorite interviews. I felt like I was 100% watching, like a master talk. But at the same time, I kept watching you in the background. I'm like, holy shit, she does not want to be here right now. So, but no,
I think it was the first interview of the year, so he was stoked to talk again.
He was on fire, and I think we had to cut him off and offer him a second slot. So, it was pretty good.
Yeah, he was excited. Right. He had a good time.
Let's go back a few years. Where did you grow up? What was it like where you grew up? And tell us about it.
Yeah, Tampa, Florida. So I didn't grow up in West Tampa. I grew up in North Tampa. I had
From somebody who's
hands down.
not from Florida, is there a
Yeah.
difference between West Tampa and North Tampa?
Yeah, absolutely. So West Tampa is that Ybor and more that older city kind of vibe. North Tampa, like Odessa, is not so much farmlands, but more of like the suburbs. And like my friends had like in school had like horses, and there was like that kind of thing around there. So it was great. It was great. And where my parents still live. We moved into that house when I was in kindergarten. So we've had that house for almost 35 years, 34 years. So
Wow.
it's
So
it's a goodie.
a stable upbringing, obviously, and something
Yeah.
did you play any sports as you were growing up, or anything that you were really into growing up?
I tried everything once. I'm not the sport girl, but my parents always wanted me to just dabble in everything. I was a Disney kid. We went to Disney every year, all the time, because it's only an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. We would get the yearly passes, and those were maybe $150 for the year, which versus now is not even food for the day. So it's wild to think.
So,
And
as a Disney kid, favorite princess or prince?
Aladdin and Jasmine, hands down. Yeah.
All right.
That's
I like
started my love for brown men. I'm not gonna lie. So it was. I loved going to Disney, and then we would stay at the same hotel every time we went, called the Swan and Dolphin. They would know us there and everything. I had my neighborhood was the best. It was all kids my age. There was easily 15, maybe 20 of us at the time. So we would play manhunt all the time. My dad always threw the parties. I remember he would we had an ice cream party for the whole neighborhood. He did like the neighborhood, like what do you call those? The block parties, and would set up like big projection screens and play movies and get popcorn and stuff like that. So I was always the house that we had people over.
Very cool. I should
Yeah.
know this. I don't think I asked this last time. You are an only child?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
So one and
I
done
thought so.
for. Yeah, my mom
Okay.
said that's enough, and dad said, really?
So is that because it was planned, or it was like she's all that we can handle?
Mom said I was enough to handle. Dad was like, I just,
So these are the
I think
stories
he
we
wanted
like.
a
So
boy. Yeah.
being girl dads, we know what it's
Mhm.
like when the girls hook up with their mom and fight with their mom all the time.
Yeah.
What were some of the good ones that you and mom got into that were just completely ridiculous, but neither one of you were willing to like give ground?
I think I didn't start fighting with my parents, to be completely honest, till high school. I remember me and my mom got it in high school, and yeah, I think it was probably about a boy. I was, young and started hanging out with the older crowd when I was far too young, and got in a little bit of trouble sometimes. Gone are those
Yeah,
days. It was, you know.
yeah, I got two daughters. They're 22 and 26 now, and
There you go.
my oldest really never. I mean, she's had some health issues and some ongoing stuff that we've had to deal with, but never any she never gave us any trouble. My youngest, I think I said that before, from 16 to like 20 something, it was ridiculous. So yeah, I know the feeling. Those teenage years, things just go a little bit crazy, and it's frustrating.
And it was good before they were tracking your phones and all the cameras and stuff. I would hate to be a teenager at these ages now.
Oh, I sure as hell would not be working where I'm working right now, and I would be probably living there. So yeah, but anyway, that's another story for another time. But yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I had a great childhood, great upbringing. We were super close with my both my dad's side and mom's side, my cousins and stuff. But my house has always been the gathering house. We had every Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything was always at my parents'. So I'm used to parties.
So where did so during you said high school was a favorite time in the family's life. After high
Yeah.
school, what did you decide to do?
So after high school, I went to University of Florida, in Gainesville. So go Gators! No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
And just like that, episode 67. Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you? Are you? What's your
Kentucky fan.
team?
I'm a
Okay,
Kentucky
okay,
fan.
okay, okay.
I don't know who's listening to this, but Penn State.
Okay, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Die Hard.
Yeah,
Die Hard.
it was fun. I got into the year after Tebow left, so it was like they were great, and
Okay.
then it seemed like every time I got to a school, they fell off. So I don't know if it was me, but that
You
was
are the
great.
bad luck.
I guess so. I guess so.
Our favorite tight end came from there, though, Charles. Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
There
He
you go.
did.
There you go. That's
At least
good
we got
school.
something
That's-
good.
Yeah. I studied anthropology in university, and that was cool. I had missed college every second of my life. Those were the best years ever. I feel like it was heaven. I feel like that's exactly what heaven's gonna be like.
So, any good college stories that you don't want your parents hearing right now? Just asking.
Nope. I was
Nope.
very
Don't.
good.
Don't. Got
Very
any good college
kid.
stories that your parents already know about?
Yeah.
her, her dad's listening.
Yes, I
Or
do.
at least he will be.
No, I feel like I never got into. I was always good at school. I got good grades, so it was like hard to be angry at me because I was like academically succeeding. So like the little partying didn't get in the way.
Have you ever seen somebody on a tightrope walk so gently? It's like what we're watching right now. I got good grades, so there was nothing bad.
I'm a
Nothing at all.
good
Look this
girl.
way. Look this way.
I'm smart and a good child. No, I think I didn't get in reality like my crazier party times didn't happen. I mean, I partied in university, but like a wild free spirit was when I left university and started traveling the world.
You did you spend a lot of time in Europe?
I did.
Because I don't think we've heard the phrase university instead of college. How can you tell when someone has spent some time in Europe? They call it university.
We had Lampert on. That was the only other time, and he's from
Yeah.
Europe. So,
Yeah.
well, he's from
That
Australia,
and,
I guess. But
Yeah, I was gonna say that in Australia. I lived in Australia for a while, so you pick up these kind of terms.
So you're in
That's good.
college, university, wherever you're at.
Yep. Yep.
What got you into traveling? Is it was you going?
Yeah.
Did you spend all of your college at Florida, or did you bounce to other schools?
No, I did all 4 years at Florida. My mom's side of the family, my grandparents have been to like every country. So I remember seeing them as a kid. They would always come home and bring me gifts, and I'd see the photos and everything, and I was just like, I want to see outside the world. We traveled a lot, even in my family. Like my parents would. We didn't do a lot of international trips and stuff, but we've gone to like Mexico and anything. Like my mom was super open to traveling. And then in university, I was studying PR, and I remember going into my classes and seeing just like all sorority girls, which no hate to sorority girls, but I was looking around going, I do not want to spend my whole life with sorority women being PR for celebrities. I was just like, I want to travel. So I remember just going and looking up like what degree should I do to get out into the world and travel and everything. And I saw anthropology, and I remember I went to the the office for anthropology, and there was like a girl with dreads and like her elephant pants, and she had just got back from Africa and she was studying Swahili, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is this is my jam. I turned my application in, and then I studied I minored in world religions too, and I remember I had that professor with like the white linen shirt and the Kabbalah bracelet, like running in late, like, sorry, I just got back from India. And I was like, I love it here. And that was great. And then I went to the Philippines to do an archaeology dig with my program. And that was my first time international alone. No, yeah, alone. I went to one of those, I did the European teen tours in high school, and we went to like Italy and Spain and stuff. But Philippines was like my first, like, oh, I am alone.
So break down anthropology a little bit for me because I'm really dumb. I mean, I know the word and I know pretty much what it
Yeah.
means, but like, what did you actually study in
Yeah.
school to become, I don't guess, certified in anthropology?
Yeah. So anthropology, I like to say, is the study of culture and humans. So like it's the opposite of psychology. So your psychology, you're studying the internal and the mental. Anthropology, I'm studying how you interact with others. And so there's like different forms. So there's like biological anthropology where you're learning about like evolution and things like that. And then there's archaeology, which is, digging up bones and everything. It's different than geology. Geology is just studying the rocks and everything. But I was super interested in the archaeology part and also the linguistic anthropology because I learned that an ape, like a gorilla, only is missing one muscle in their tongue that makes them not able to speak, which is crazy. Can you imagine? They just one muscle and they'd be talking to us.
That's interesting in itself. I did not know that. I'm over here going, I can't follow that up with anything. But okay. You said you went to the Philippines to go on a dig. Okay,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Tell us
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. So it was incredible. I literally one of the things why I joined anthropology too was because the mummy. I was like, I'm going to Egypt and I'm gonna find mummies and I'm gonna meet Brendan Fraser and my life is gonna be just like incredible. Also, I'm very excited for the remake of The Mummy coming out. I'm very excited. But I remember I got there, so I like Manila is the capital of the Philippines, the most wild place I've ever been to in my life. And so I think my flight was like Florida to Texas, Texas to Hawaii, Hawaii to Guam, Guam to Philippines. And I think it took like 36, almost 42 hours to like get over there. And I remember I got there in like the middle of the night and like one of the professors had to like come pick me up, and it's crazy. It's like slums like on the bottom, but then like major billboards, like city like billboards on top of everything, and the traffic is crazy. And I remember he was playing Bob Marley in the car, and it was like 2 a.m. and I was like, where am I? Like, this is nuts. And I got to my hotel, and I remember I think I brought a little pocket knife, and I made my parents sleep on the phone. Like I put them on the speaker and they had to stay on the phone for the whole night because I was petrified. I was like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I'm doing here. I like put all the furniture against the door and like my suitcase and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. But then the next morning I woke up and my dad was like, just go outside, no bad guys are out at 6 a.m. Like, just go outside and like see where you are. And I went out and it was like so beautiful. And everybody speaks English in the Philippines, which was really, really helpful. And when I met with my professor, we went out into the dig site. It's called Ifugao and Hapao. So it's like rice terraces and things like that. And anyways, my professor was trying to just basically change Filipino history and everything, but we would do digs, and I was like the skinniest little girl, like just like my professor was like, you are not gonna make it. There is no way you make it through this like thing. And I know he was testing me a lot. He like made me do to start all the dig holes. So you like take this big shovel and you're like breaking through ground, and I'm like 90 pounds, like what is this? And like the heat, and it was wild. It was 2 months. So we would dig almost 5 days a week, from like sun up to sundown. And I got to like hold like a 2,000-year-old skull fresh out of the ground, and it was insane. It was the craziest thing I've ever done.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was wild.
So I guess I again I'm having you fill me in because I'm dumb and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what careers do people get from anthropology? Like where could this have led you if you didn't go down the path you were on?
Yeah. Professor or so technically, like if you dig or build anywhere, an archaeologist has to come to survey the land to make sure there's no burials or minerals that are needed and everything like that. So I could like just work for like a construction company that I would go and like just survey land before but mostly like a professor to like.
So the cool Indiana Jones stuff is not every day. That's kind of like something you're learning, and it's part of okay.
Yeah,
damn it!
Yeah.
I was thinking about changing careers at 47. I wanted in.
The one I wanted.
His next question was going to be asked if you found the Temple of Doom.
I was in. All right, I'll just sit back now.
The one I really wanted to do was underwater archaeology, but I can't equalize my ears, and it was just my whole life fell apart.
She can't go to the Titanic. The world has ended.
No, I wanted to find, because didn't they find like 10 years
all
ago
the gold off the coast of Florida?
No, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could be a treasure hunter.
Sunken
I read
pirate
a book on that. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were driving over it for years thinking it was a sunken sugar ship. Like literally where they were docking, they were driving over it to go out looking for this gold thing, and literally it was right in front of where they were docking for like 10 years, and they finally found it. They figured it out. Yeah, it's crazy.
Can you imagine?
You got to be happy, but you had to be so pissed too that you were literally driving over it for the last 10 years. I would have probably just jumped off the boat and been like, I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, I'm out. No,
so really quickly,
cool.
I can't even. My words are escaping me on this one. What if whatever that person's name is? So happy to see Sara back on the cast. Rick is a great guy, but let's hear Sarah's story. That's why we have her on here. And really quick, anybody in the chat right now, feel free to ask questions. If you make comments, I'll post them on here. If you ask questions, I will star them and try to get them in when it's appropriate. I know somebody's already asked a few questions, and we're just not to that part of her story, and I don't want to skip ahead. Yeah. So go ahead and ask your questions, put them in there. You were talking about the new Mummy coming out. So you enjoy those type of movies. What about TV shows? Are you a Curse of Oak Island fan?
No, what's that?
They in Nova Scotia, they are for the last like 20 years, they've been trying to find a buried thing of gold, a cache of gold that could been dropped off by the Knights of Templars and all that. So it's a show, but they're finding all of this stuff from the first colonies of Nova Scotia, and two shows they don't find anything. One show they're finding pottery that's 700 years old. Mm-hmm. I thought it was during COVID I found it, and I couldn't watch anything else, and I got sucked into it. So
what is it on? Netflix, Hulu, YouTube,
Discovery.
Discovery. All right. I'm in.
It-
Yeah,
I'm
they've
in.
they've got
Yeah.
like 15 seasons, so you'll have
Done.
plenty to watch.
They find just enough to keep you interested, and it's
Yeah.
so intriguing. If you like, I metal detected for years, and I
Yeah.
still love it. I just don't have anywhere to go here, and I don't have time. But like that stuff really intrigues me, and they find just enough on that show to be like, damn it, I know there's something there. And these guys are the
Yeah.
same way. They're like, we know there's something here, but
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Well, one of the biggest names in metal detecting when it comes to like pirate stuff in Florida, the guy that's doing that, Gary Drayton's on the show. So he's
Love
their
it.
big metal detecting person. So
Love
it's just somebody that likes that kind of stuff may enjoy the show, and you'll have plenty to watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I just watch reality TV. I'm addicted. It's horrible and I hate it.
Yeah,
but I love
I get
it.
So where do we go after the Philippines?
So yeah, so then we came back, and then I went to Nicaragua my senior Christmas break with two friends, and we went to a town called San Juan del Sur in Ometepe, where we get a lot of tobacco from, the Ometepe. And I had no idea about any of this at this time. I know my dad had been in Honduras and the DR training at this part, but we never really talked about it. And then I went there and fell in love with this town, and I called my parents and I was like, I'm not coming home. And they were like, you have like 2 months left of school. Yeah, you are. Like, that is, you can go after, but come graduate for the 4 years we just paid for you to go to this school. So I came home, I graduated, and I booked a one-way flight to Nicaragua a month later. And I lived in Nicaragua on and off for 8 years at the end of the day.
Wow. So over 8 years, what were some of your favorite, things that you did? Did you just live life down there, or was you still trying to do, the profession that you were going into?
No,
Yeah, that was gone.
Yeah,
that was gone. So over the 8 years, what were some? I was an archaeologist at one time. I'm not anymore.
Now I'm not. Now I'm a bartender.
So what were some of the experiences down there that you like?
Everything. I miss it every single day. If you haven't been to Nicaragua, it's one of the most beautiful countries in the world to me. It is so welcoming. I loved it. I don't know. It was because this was 2014 and stuff. So like social media was around and stuff, but not really where I was. So people weren't on their phones. It was just like good community, and like I don't know if I'll ever experience that type of community ever again, where these are your people and it's not fake at all. But I loved surfing. I tried surfing a little bit. I'm terrible, but it was amazing to try it out. I ran a Canadian bar in Nicaragua.
Wait, there's definitely stories here. I got like 10. I got like 10 questions
Yeah.
in the
Go
chamber
ahead.
here. So first off, we do want to go to Nicaragua soon.
Yes.
One of our closest friends of the show, Sin Coburn, and Northern Tobacco down there. They keep inviting us down, and we're just trying to figure out a time that we can both go, because it looks amazing, and we really want to check it out because of the cigar culture, but also because
For sure.
just the amazing culture itself down in that area.
Yeah.
Surfing is on my bucket list. I also think I got to try it soon. But I just got to stand up one time on a damn board before I die. I have to.
You will. You will.
But what the fuck is a Canadian bar doing in Nicaragua? That's that's my biggest one.
So a lot of Canadians are in Nicaragua. So I feel like in my travels, the most I met were Canadians and Australians in Central America. So I had met a friend, and he had a bar called the Loose Moose, and I ended up dating the owner for a little bit, so I ran it while we were together, and I won Caesar making championships. I beat Canadians in Caesar making.
I
So
love a good Caesar. People don't even know
love
what
a good
Caesar is.
Caesar.
Nobody
the
even knows what a
best.
Caesar, Charles. You know what a Caesar is?
What is a Caesar?
But
What is a Caesar?
it's better. It's a Bloody Mary, but with
Clamato.
Clamato juice, and so
Yeah.
it's like it's thin and salty versus the tomato juice is like kind of sometimes too thick and everything. It's
All right, send me the recipe.
Yeah,
Send me the recipe
yeah.
when we get off sometime.
If
I
you like a
got
Bloody
you, I
Mary,
got
you're
you.
going to
I love a Bloody
love
Mary.
a Caesar.
Oh, it's so much better because
I
it's
fell in love with
salt.
them
It's
in
just
Canada.
yes,
I know it.
yeah.
So we met this bartender that he said like oat in a house in a boot, you know, and we're like, this guy's great. And he's like, can he get you a Caesar? And I'm like, a Caesar? What the fuck is a Caesar? And we just fell in love with him, and I got smashed
So
on
good.
Caesars one time. So good.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so good. And then, have you had Flor de Caña rum? Have you had the Nicaragua rum?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
good, so
Yeah,
good.
I think it's the only rum that I like.
What
It's-
year?
I have no idea. I got it at a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea either, but I do enjoy it. There's a lot of rums I like, but that one is good for sure.
So good, so good. Yeah, if you go to Nicaragua, you can go to the Flor de Caña factory and do that tour too and stuff. And I miss that. That was good. Antonia's is the beer down there, which is delicious.
So someone wants to tell you hello. Pablo,
Hello.
3D Cigars
yes.
says hey.
Hi, friend. But yeah, so we ran. There was a kind of like a pool party bar hop thing. So it would go from 3 different bars and hotels in this town called it was Sunday Fun Day. And I started kind of working that too. And we would take some weekends, we'd have almost 800, 900 people that we were taking around to these and like talk about herding cats, you know, it's like I got 900 drunk Canadians, Australians, like trying to be like, get in this car, we got to go to this next bar, like don't go to the beach alone, you're gonna get robbed, like, you know.
So two more questions. Like this Canadian bar, I'm still not done here. So what does a Canadian bar look like? Do you have a lot of hockey? There's some Molson Triple X on tap. I mean, is there other Canadian aspects to this bar? It seems it's still blowing my mind.
We played on the TV. We would have hockey sometimes. We had the shot ski, so like they had one of those things. He decorated it. They had decorated it kind of like a skate looking bar, so it had all of like the different ads and stuff like like wallpapered on the thing. It was tiny. It was just you walked in, the bar was in the corner, the little kitchen kind of thing, and a couple of seats. And we served poutine and sushi.
Poutine. Oh yeah, love poutine. And sushi. Though,
That's like 2 of my 2 favorite foods right there.
It's so good. It was random and delicious.
So I don't want to get out of order either, but so the cigar scene, was it big?
Yeah.
Obviously, Nicaragua's always been big. So the whole time you were there, was it something that you were around the entire time? Was that culture?
No, so in San Juan and like Ometepe and stuff, it's not as popular because it's not where the fields are. So it's about I'd say like a 3-4 hour drive to Esteli from San Juan. So San Juan's right at the border of Costa Rica and stuff. So I remember there would be like one little cigar shop or like it was like more of a, what do you call it? Like they sold tchotchkes and different things like that. And they had like 1 or 2 cigar boxes. And I remember being like, I wonder if my dad's stuff is in here. And I was like, no, whatever, you know. Like, I don't know. But it's not the cigar culture down there. It's more of the surfer hippie, like, you know, that kind of vibe and stuff. I had 0 idea about the tobacco fields and like Esteli and stuff, which was wild to me now.
So Mick was talking about, you know, we're trying to get a chance to go down there. I can see now that when we do get the chance, it's like tobacco will be second. He will hunt down this bar,
Yeah.
and that will be the first thing that he does. But one of my
Probably
bucket
do
list
this in
things is
Canadian.
I want to go
Fuck.
see Omatee Island. I want to go see the volcanoes.
It's so beautiful.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I
Me too.
hiked one. Definitely don't drink the night before. It's a hard hike. So go, just drink after. You can have a beer after. You don't need to have a bunch of rum the night before because you wake up at like 4 in the morning because it's still dark. So you hike in the pitch black so you can get up to watch the sunrise at the top. And it's a jungle and it's not easy.
We're going to start a segment on here that's going to be Nicaragua tips from Sara.
Yeah.
Don't drink before you hike.
Yeah. Go in January for the whole festival thing.
I heard about that. Somebody was
amazing.
that we know down there was posting pictures, so it seems like it would be a fun time to go, and it would be a great way to escape the cold that's here.
Yes.
So
yes.
So
yeah.
you stayed there for 8 or so years. What made you decide to leave?
Probably, I think a boy broke my heart, and I was like, I'm out of here. But I was like, I lived there, and then I traveled all over Central America, so I was down in Costa Rica for a little bit, went up to like Guatemala, Mexico, and stuff, tried that out. Then I went to Australia. Then I came home. Then I moved to Panama. Then I came home. And then I went back to Nicaragua and stuff. So Nicaragua is always a place where you're like, I don't know where to go. I'm just going to go back there. Like, that's like, a place to go. And yeah.
Hey, Mick, got a question for you. I know we're not interviewing you, but I got a question from you.
Ready.
Can you, any idea where Sara gets all of her stories from?
No.
She is nothing like her dad. I'm just saying.
No, wait. Hang on though. There is a difference because she just named 5 countries, and Rick would have told us his favorite place in each of those countries and why he stopped. So there is a difference.
Yeah.
We're not going to go over every country because we would have to start a part 2 and 3 for you. So you talked about all the different countries through South America and going over. You said you went to Europe. You said you went to Australia. So give us a couple of quick kind of things that make you that remind you of each of those places, things that stand out that you're like, man, this was a great time here. This is a great time there. You don't have to go too far into it, or you can.
In every place you went.
Was you working a bar at any of the other places?
Canadian bar at every place you went. That's what connects it all. Canadian bar.
That's it. I worked at the Loose Moose everywhere. I served Caesars all over the world. No. I'd say Central America was amazing for the culture and like the surf community that like really free lifestyle and healthy and everything. I miss Central America a lot. Australia is my favorite place in the entire universe. It is the most gorgeous nature I've ever seen. And I remember like learning there's only like 1 million more people in all of Australia versus Florida, which is just like, so it's like you're in nature and there's nobody around ever. You can have like these beaches for miles by yourself and like a koala, and like it was just like the best. Like humans, I don't know if you know any Australians, but they are just, to me, the best view of life. Like really like the complete opposite of America, of that hustle mentality and life is all about work and money and things and all that kind of stuff. They are like, life is about family and friends and nature and experiences and just like, I miss it. I would go back, but I like my parents too much. So I keep telling them, you only had one, so I get to choose. So Dad and we might be moving to Australia and taking West Tampa over there.
So Mark is one of our original followers on here. He's from New Zealand.
Okay,
he came to the States, and we got Mick got to meet him. I've got to talk to him, but he says Australia's not the best. New Zealand's better. Have you been to New Zealand?
I didn't make it. So We could be right.
You know why he's saying that? Because his wife's from Australia. That's why he's saying that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. I didn't get to make it over there, so I wish I could have. It's on the list. It's on the list. I heard like New Zealand, you could like wake up and go surfing in the morning and then go skiing in the afternoon. Like it's like they have both right there.
I don't know about that, but he has sent us pictures
Pictures?
and videos on his way home, and he's
Gorgeous.
driving the coastline. It's
Stunning.
absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
He says,
Stunning.
"Wait till she meets a Kiwi. We are 50 years behind those guys."
I
Yeah,
love
Mark-
a Kiwi. If any Kiwi is watching, I am single and ready to move.
Mark knows some guys.
So
There you
Mark,
go.
is there an onlykiwis.com? Just wondering.
I don't want that type of man.
I didn't say OnlyFans. I said only Kiwis.
Gotta know what
No,
you're
it's
working
like
with,
when-
Charles.
Yeah, instead of if they could do like a where farmers meet New Zealand version, I do that. I take a New Zealand farmer.
KiwiFarmersOnly.com.
Love it. Sign me up.
There
Every
we go.
picture he sends us videos and pictures all the time.
You
of,
do know that her inbox is going to be like 50 Kiwis.
Love it. Love it. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah. But
So
yeah, anyway, so
this has got to be
summarize.
this has
Yeah.
got to be getting close to COVID time, right?
Yes. Yeah. So after all of that, Panama, all that kind of stuff, I'm back in the States, and I think I went down to I was back living in Florida, but there was a music festival in Costa Rica that I always went to, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back down there, get my fill, and then I'll come back to the States and do the adult thing. And I went to the festival, and then I was coming to go back home, and I was like, I'll just stop through Nicaragua, and COVID hit, and I was in Nicaragua, and I was at my friend's like hotel, and I remember calling my parents and being like, should I come home or like, and they're like, I don't know, like, probably not, because like then I would have been stuck at home with my parents and we would have killed each other. Like, there's no way.
How old was you at this time? How old were you?
I think 29. Yeah, 28, 29. I was still in my 20s last year.
So
in my
your
20s.
20s were pretty fantastic.
The best. That's why I tell all these kids, like nowadays, like they're like wanting to get their life started and get all these jobs and be an adult, and like, get out of here.
I know I got married young and I had kids young and whatever, but like my 30s were by far my best because I had money
There you
to
go.
do childlike things, and it was crazy,
Yeah.
and I was still young enough
Yeah.
to do it. Like my 30s were an absolute.
Yeah.
I could write a book. Most
Yeah.
people would think it was fiction, but it was crazy. Like my 30s were
I
insane.
love
And,
it.
yeah, it was a
I
good
love
time.
it.
But
I love
no,
it.
it sounds like your 20s. Everybody's, their path is a little bit different, but man,
Yeah,
it seems
yeah.
like you definitely got the most out of your 20s for sure.
Yeah,
So,
it was good.
but so
It was
so
a good
the
time.
during COVID, so how long were you stuck there, and like how long? I guess not stuck there. You were you got
Yeah,
your happy
yeah.
place.
Yeah,
But,
I
how long were you
chose.
there?
I think it was at least 8 months. I did, because COVID hit in March, February of 2020, and then I think I flew home in September. So I stayed in there the whole time. And the minute I didn't get COVID that whole time, the minute I got to Florida, COVID. I was like,
I was-
huh.
I was going to ask. So I'm sure it was a little bit different there as well than
Mhm.
it was in the United States. Like they weren't
Yeah.
imposing all the craziness on you as much
Yeah.
in a country like
Yeah.
that.
It was completely different where I was and stuff. Like, we were in a kind of small community, and I told people, like, people were getting COVID for sure, but it was a lot of, unfortunately, like the locals, because they're living in these like smaller homes with multiple family members. And where I was living, kind of like very open. It's like I don't have closed walls. I'm not breathing in like other people's air and everything like that and stuff. So I don't think we got sick because we were just outside mostly the whole time and stuff. But it started getting bad because also Nicaragua had their civil war like the year or two before. So Nicaragua, especially San Juan and that area, was already kind of suffering from the fallout of that. And then COVID hitting, tourism took a massive, massive hit. And Nicaragua and most of Central America and stuff, because that's what in reality, Nicaragua runs on tobacco and tourism. So it shut that down on that side and stuff. But I just remember because I wasn't watching TV all the time either. So it wasn't like I'm bombarded with information like the whole time. I tried to stay off social media as much as I could. And my parents would call and be like, "We don't have toilet paper." And I'm like, "We have tons." We're good. We got toilet paper and rum. I'm okay.
The first world country didn't have paper towels, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and food. Third world countries like, we have it all. It's
All of it.
here. Come get it.
Look at my fresh coconuts, fresh everything.
We're over
but
here stressing out, trying to figure out how we're getting basic necessities,
yeah,
and she's over there kicking back with a coconut drink, going, "I'm good, whatever."
I tried not to like talk about it too much because people would get angry at me.
Her parents stressing out and going nuts, and she's over there going, "I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Hold on, it's rough here. I don't know what to say."
Yeah. So it was a hard decision to go back, but I remember because at that point they had kind of shut down flights, but then I remember they were like, somebody chartered one plane, and they were like, "This is going to be the last plane out of Nicaragua back to the States, maybe for like, who knows, like if you want to get out of Nicaragua, do it now." And so that was when I was like, okay, I should, just in case. I don't know how long this is going to last, because in the beginning of COVID we all thought 2 weeks, so I was like, okay, whatever, like we'll see how it goes. So then by 9 months and it's not over, so I went back to my parents' house, and I was like,
How did that first month go? I love that
I don't
face.
think I don't I don't think I stayed long. I think I must I think the next month I found a permaculture certification course in California and flew out there and was like, I'm out of here.
Dang, you went home and was like, "Hey, I'm back. Wait, no, peace out."
I don't like this. I don't like
It was good seeing you.
Yeah. So then that got me to California.
Did you even unpack? Just wondering.
No.
Yeah. She
yeah.
walked in, laid her suitcase down, said kisses, and left.
I mean, my parents weren't mad about it either. They're like, "We don't want you here. We're it's been the two of us in this house. We don't need your energy on top of it too." So it worked out.
I do have a question. You are very high energy. Your dad is very high energy. Is your mom high energy, or is she the person that takes all the bombshells from both of you?
No, she's high energy too. Yeah. It's
I can only imagine a house. I can only imagine a house with everybody with that kind of energy in there.
It's very that's why we all have our separate spaces. Dad's in the garage, mom's in her room. I don't know where to be.
She's on the computer figuring out how to get a plane ticket to the next location.
Always. I don't know if you know Skyscanner, the best website in the world to find cheap flights. But yeah, it was good. And I went out to California, did my permaculture certification, was like, I'm gonna be a farmer, and I'm gonna, this is what I'm gonna do, and grow food for the planet, and peace and love. And I thought I was gonna stay in California. Moved in with a girl that I'd met at this course. She told me it was a 1-bedroom apartment. So I thought, okay, someone will have the bedroom, someone will make the living room there, right? If you hear 1-bedroom apartment, what do you think? There's a bedroom, right? I'm not crazy.
Let me guess. She just had a corner that had a bed in it.
It's a little studio in this, like,
the whole apartment was a 1-bedroom.
And also I'm in it's this little community. It was incredible. They make homes out of mud, out of just straw and mud. And so all these homes are these crazy mud homes, and we had the one little cabin with a bed, and I was like, are we dating?
You weren't in a community. You were in a commune, and I think you were kidnapped.
And then I think I got COVID when I was up there, and I was like, and it was Christmas. She was like, come for your birthday, come for Christmas, we'll have Christmas. And I was like, you made me leave my parents, and now I'm here, and I have COVID in a mud home, and I just want to run away.
She's over there screaming for freedom and trying to leave and go back home.
So even if you weren't dating, everybody else in the community is like, oh yeah, there's those 2 ladies that live together over in that little one bed house. You were known as that lady.
It did not work. And there was a lot of mushrooms around and stuff, and I was like, I
have no doubt.
I am not trying to be here right now. God bless y'all, but I gotta go.
So how quickly did you book that next plane ticket?
So I had packed my car and drove out to California for this. So I drove all the way from Florida.
So how much dust did you slamming on the gas to get out of there?
I had to wait till I got rid of COVID, and then I was like, okay, once I'm healthy, I can go. Then I remember I was like, what do I do? I'm not going to drive back to Florida. And so I drove around and lived in my car for a couple days down in Venice Beach, and was literally showering at the beach things, and I don't know if this is it either. And I stayed with a friend and her family, and she was going through a lot of mental health issues and stuff, and I was like, I'm screwed. This is
Did you tell her that you had a community that she could go to and take care of those mental problems?
They have mushrooms.
I know some
there
good people.
houses.
They have mushrooms and everything.
It's all made out of mud. It's very connected to the earth.
So I do got to ask you. So I mean, you've chased a lot of things you're passionate about. You loved obviously this whole time, and your travel and everything. I take it your parents were supportive of all this and said, live your life and see what you want to do and figure it out. Because I mean, there's a lot of parents that wouldn't be. I mean, there's a lot of parents that are like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just out there. You're a nomad at this point. You really are.
I would say in the first part of her journey, she chased a lot of things. I would say in the later part, she ran away from quite a few.
Where am I?
Well, I thought I wanted to be here 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. I think at this point they were very concerned. Hence, we're almost to where Dad asks me to join West Tampa. So this is the prequel to where that's when I started calling him and really asking, hey, can I work for General Cigar? I don't know what to do.
So West Tampa, so we're actually breaking new news. West Tampa wasn't put together so father and daughter could work together. It was to save his daughter from a hippie commune.
It was born in a mud community in California in the hills somewhere.
That needs to be your new intro when you come on any show. How was West Tampa started?
Oh.
Let me tell you.
Have you heard of mud homes?
Please lead in
We
with
had
that sometime, and
mushrooms.
then just stop the conversation. People will be like, "What did you say? Watch the show." Yeah, you'll figure
What
it
is she
out.
doing? Oh man, yeah, that was. I mean, it was a sick community. Like I'll give it that. Like it was cool. Like I remember they built like a mud
Yeah, they all had
pizza
COVID.
oven.
It was definitely sick.
So, anyways, at this point, I'm out of options. I don't know what to do. I get a call from a friend who I had worked with. I'd done like a couple of months with Greenpeace back in Florida, and all this time, I was just, whatever I can do to help. And she had worked for Amnesty, which is like another nonprofit that does like human rights issues and things. And she lived in Oregon, and she said, "Just come up to Oregon. I can get you a job with this company, and we'll pay for like your gas to get up here, and we can find a place and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm doing it." So I did the whole, what do you call it, the Pacific Coast Highway, and took my time and drove up to Oregon, and we were like, okay, this is it. Like, I'm gonna get an apartment, I'm gonna be an adult, and like all this kind of stuff. I ended up moving in with a woman from Craigslist. That didn't go well.
That's got to be better than it sounds. Maybe.
Wait.
Maybe.
She said, wait. The quote. I moved in with a woman from Craigslist. That
She's
didn't
again
go
the
well.
roommate. She's again the roommate.
Oh, God bless her. She was a character. I hope they never watch. I don't think they ever would, but that would be crazy if they watch the show. Also, who was using Craigslist to find roommates in 2021? Like, that's crazy.
I don't
Like,
know, Sarah. Who's using roommates to find or Craigslist to find roommates?
Bill
I
Clinton.
think the Craigslist killer documentary had just come out too. Like,
They met on the side of a road
yeah.
off of Craigslist, looking for a roommate.
My
The
dad
house
was.
was.
I'm sorry.
No.
No, I was just gonna say my dad was probably like 80s at this point, 80 something at this point. He would always be on Craigslist looking for boat motors and shit. My dad's like the most religious, naive human in the world. I'm like, wait, you can't just be scrolling Craigslist.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna find shit you don't want. And he's like, no, I'm just looking for boat motors. I'm like, Jesus, my dad, you have no idea.
Yeah.
A boat motor might mean
A
something
motorboat,
different.
yeah.
A motorboat might mean something different. Dude, you need to watch what you're looking for.
And for some reason, his dad ended up in Oregon. I don't know how.
Some lady's house. I don't even know what. No, I'm just
Oh. I was like, dang, what's the Craigslist
Looking for
doing
motorboats.
But she was like, I mean, she must have been in her, I want to say maybe 50s or 60s, and this woman just lived in her bedroom in the back of the house. She smoked weed 24/7 and would only drink a pot of coffee, like a full pot of coffee, black coffee, and then would have a lean cuisine every night. Like the same, like, and she was losing it, like losing it. I was like, yeah, dude, you're on coffee and weed all day. And she's like, she was doing it to lose weight. And I was like, I don't know.
THC and caffeine. I mean, come on.
And lean cuisine. So we got into a crazy argument, and I moved out. I tried to move into. Okay, so then this is where Dad comes in. So Dad comes to visit me in Oregon because he had an event, and
She says event. It was an intervention.
It really
there
was.
There was no event. I promise.
Yeah, he's never been to Oregon since or before. He just happened to have.
We just happen to have a lounge that has our cigars right next to you. Let's talk.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
And in the
And I
background, you
think
hear,
it was-
yes, I'm doing it. Yes, I'm going to Oregon.
Yeah.
Don't worry, honey. I got it.
Yeah. I would like to hear like why. Yeah, that's super. He's never been to Oregon.
Do you want to know what would be pretty funny? Is if we clipped all of these stories and then had him on and played each clip and said, we need your reaction on these.
Oh man, he said I need to do a media training so I don't give away too much, but that comes later, I guess. Fail.
Maybe before you came on the podcast? Just saying. Maybe.
Just saying. Just saying.
This is training. We'll use this as training.
Yeah. We won't.
He will
share.
actually, your mom, ahead of HR, is going to bring this podcast in, and this is going to be what not to do.
Wait, what?
It's not
am
like
I doing?
It's not like we ever dig on this show for new stuff. I mean, we don't dig at all, I promise.
And then that was it, and everything was magical, and Dad came, and we started West Tampa, and I've been fine ever since. Thank you for coming.
He saved me, and we were good. I wasn't
Thank
running
you,
away from
Jesus.
mud. I wasn't running away from hippie people in mud houses and crazy cat ladies that lived in hot-filled
Craigslist
rooms.
killers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah.
into Dad coming to meet you.
Dad.
Let's go into Dad coming to meet you and how it actually went down. At least your version of how it went down.
It was the saving grace. I remember we went to a nice meal. I got to stay in his hotel room so I could shower and just be a human. Because I was also trying to work again on the farm. Anyways, but I remember we had the dinner, we had conversation. He had, asked about
So Rob says, so never let Sara set you up on a date. All of her friends are mental.
I'm not friends with any of these people anymore.
It's not her friends. It's her roommates.
It's Sara. She's crazy. No. It's funny because at the beginning of this, you're like, so tell us about your crazy days in high school. I'm like, no, just wait.
High school was normal.
High school was very normal. But anyways, long story short, we had the dinner, came to the agreement. Let's do this. Let's start West Tampa. Had no idea what that would look like. What in my mind, even, like we were like, yeah, we'll do it for a couple years and then we'll move on. And they're like, yeah, that's gonna be easy. Start a brand and then leave it. And now almost 5 years into it, it's like, oh my God, this is my life for the rest of my life. Like at the end of the day, I'll never leave the cigar industry because I don't want to let my dad's name go. But yeah, he asked me to do this. I think I flew home or drove home maybe 2 months later and moved into thank you. I moved into Clearwater, which is the beach town near Tampa. And I remember at the beginning it was kind of a struggle because we didn't really know where I fit into this whole company yet. And Dad was trying to figure it out, and it was learning. It was also me coming back from what now 12 years of this life and being like, what? Like, now I'm back in Tampa and I own a cigar company with my dad. Who? Like, what? I need to breathe. And it was interesting.
So you coming back, I know you guys had to talk about what your role was going to be, and it's
Yeah.
probably progressed or
Oh, it changed
changed over the
completely.
time. So
Mhm.
at first, what was both of your ideas about what your role could be, and how did it transition and get to where you are now?
Yeah. I think at the beginning we kind of just thought, how do we just include her to tell stories? Like, how do we we
You
kept
nailed
call
that part.
set. That's why they hired me. No. We kept saying we want me to be the face. And at the beginning, that made sense because we were like, oh, we'll do this, and then we're gonna kind of give it to her in a way. That was kind of the mentality. And we realized, no, dad has to be the face. That would make no sense. I'm not making the cigars. I don't smoke the cigars. I can't be the face. So how do we blend the two? And then also take all of my experience and jobs and things like that. So like I've worked events and hospitality all of those years. I did, the 800, 900 people pool crawl, and I've bartended and worked in hotels and all these kind of things. So I was like, oh, I could do the events. I used to do events with dad even occasionally when he was still a general and stuff. So like, okay, let's do events. But then it's like, well, we're just starting this company, so I don't know how many events are going to be right away. So what can you be doing kind of on the backside? So I started trying to learn some of the computer side and like branding and marketing, and Gus was kind of working with me with that. But because it was so new, it was hard to like give me certain jobs because I had to learn, and we were all learning. So like Gus is learning, we're all trying to learn. So we called me brand ambassador at the beginning and things like that. So I started doing all the events with dad. And then I tried to run the social media and take over like the Instagram and things like that, and getting him set up with interviews and podcasts and kind of being his like calendar keeper and things like that. I sucked at social media. I was like, I didn't use social media my whole life. I used to call myself Carmen San Diego. I was like, I don't want anybody to know like where I am.
There needs to be your music for this week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So, side
love
note,
her.
really quickly. So, when you moved out west, you got kind of abducted by the Mud Hut people, and then you went north a little bit and got abducted by the crazy roommate. When you went to Clearwater, I was waiting for you to say that for a minute you were Scientology. I'm just saying, I was waiting for it.
I talked to them for sure on the streets. I was like, tell me about it. What do you got?
Can I come in and take your test, please?
Yeah.
That is an oddity of that area. I've spent a lot of time. My mother-in-law lives in St. Pete. And we go down at least once or twice a year, and we do love that area. But you go into St. Pete, and that's all that it is. It's churches and the Scientology stuff, and it's kind of crazy. But no, it's such a beautiful area. So I was going to ask, when you moved back down to Clearwater, like what did that look like? Because I mean, you've lived in all these crazy places in all these different countries. Like, what did that look like? You found an actual place to kind of call home for a minute. Like, it was just it had to be different.
It was very different. I lived off of Martin Luther King, so it wasn't the most safe place that I was like, dang, I'm in Florida. Like, this is there's a Florida man for a reason. Like, these Floridians are crazy. Love you guys, but mental. So I was like, okay, I live here now. I found a little apartment. It was good. It was good enough and everything, but I was still like, I was kind of still too far from my parents' house. I was driving like an hour almost every night to go over to dinner and then drive home and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is not going to work. I need to move closer to them. So I moved almost 5 minutes from my parents after about a couple months at this place. And then at that point, West Tampa was like more taking off and like had a bit more of a role, was more stable mentally and physically. Could be trusted.
Is that where you're at? Right. So is that where you're at now? You're living, not too far from the parents?
No, I live in Charlotte now. So I did Tampa for about a year and a half. I love my dad in Tampa. He is ride or die, but it's not my place.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day, who knows? But yeah, I moved to Charlotte in September of 24. So I've been here a little over a year now. But I'll
That's
be
cool.
leaving here soon.
I was about to say, if you notice, her suitcases are still back there, not unpacked yet.
This is I've never hung up anything in a home before, so this is exciting. I hung up pictures, so I'm growing up.
So you figured out that you're not going to be the face. You're not going to be the social media manager.
Hmm.
What did you eventually become?
So yeah,
What
so
is your
then that
role now?
we sent me to Nicaragua twice to train to roll. So that was a big part of my introduction to this industry. I fell in love with the people down in Esteli and our factory owner and Garmendia and everything. And yes.
So Cigars with Angel says dad was like, let's start our own company and bring her back home before she becomes a Netflix episode.
I don't know what it would be called. Maybe Craigslist Killer number 2. Uh, but for a little bit after the rolling training, that was going to
So
be my,
what was that like? So
yeah,
you spent time in Nicaragua many years living
yeah,
a completely different life, and you go back
yeah,
in the cigar industry. So
yeah,
what was
yeah,
that like? I mean,
wild.
you were going down there for fun. Now you're going down there for business.
Yeah, and I remember the first time it was with my dad, and I was like, "Oh my God, I've been to this airport a billion times, and now I'm here with him." And he had also been to Nicaragua a bunch of times too. So it's so honestly like beautiful and like serendipitous that we had both had such a connection to this country, and then to be
But
going together
completely
for this
different
time,
reasons.
completely different,
So
and then to now be going together for the same reason was wild.
so I'm sure you had a moment where you had to step outside of your body, and
Hmm.
your dad has lived this industry for a lot of years.
Yep.
You're walking into this as like this new person in the industry part of it.
Yep.
Looking back at the way he walked into it, he probably, chest out, head up.
Yeah.
He's like the boss going down there. What was it like
Yeah.
to see him going down there in this atmosphere?
I'm the best thing about my dad is he's the same human everywhere. Like there is no what you see versus what I see, like at home or whatever. He is so authentically him. What I saw when we first went to Nicaragua was Papa Bear come out more. It was almost like he got, I think he got a little bit in his head of like, oh, this, maybe it's a little like, what am I doing taking my daughter here? And I remember like dropping me off to stay in Esteli because he was leaving and I was staying for the 2 months, and it was like weirdly emotional, and I was like, I'm fine. Like I'm gonna be fine. Like I stayed at Luciano's house, which is a
Just
gorgeous
I got to go to
home.
this Canadian bar. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Be back
yeah,
later.
yeah. He was very happy that was 4 hours away and we didn't have to worry about me, too much. But it was, I feel like that was a moment. There were like maybe like two defining moments. You hear the cat? Uh,
Yep.
Great. So- his dad, he's like, "Girl, you've been in here an hour and a half." But anyway, so there are two defining moments that I remember. The first time we went to a shop together, and then him leaving me in Esteli that first time. I think when he left the first time in Esteli, it like really hit. Like this is crazy. Like we're doing this. Like going to the factory together. and being like, oh my gosh, what do you know? At first, you're just, you're just talking about things, and you go to events, and it's kind of like, I've been to events before, so that was normal. But like getting into the heart of this world was, yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm sure that was.
It
I'm
became
sure that
real.
was- yeah, I'm sure that was a part of it. That obviously he's getting you into it. He wants this thing to be
Yeah.
successful and wants you to be successful. But I mean, it's kind of crazy because you traveled so much away from your parents that you wouldn't think it would be this emotional thing. I have to think that it had to be something. That he's like, man, I want this so bad to work for us and for my daughter. But that's why it was probably such an emotional thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And like for me, this is the first time I'm traveling and like somebody's depending on me to like show up, and like the same way that he's like, I want this to work, I'm like, I gotta make my dad proud. There's now more people involved, like meeting the factory owner, like Jose and Angelica, and being like, oh, I have to do this because these people now depend on me in a way of like pulling my weight and like stepping into this role, which I had no idea about. Like it was like, I know my dad, and I know like the parties and like the events and stuff, but like the actual cigar making, and I was like, I'm gonna be here for like 3 months. I'm waking up, you know, 6 a.m. I'm at the factory by 7, 8 a.m., working there till 5. Like, I was like, wait, what? I can't go play and like, this is crazy.
I'm sure it was different than other experiences you had, but at the same time, you had to feel some sense of, man, we're building something here that's gonna. It had to be an amazing journey to get to that point, to see not only how everything's made and how everything operates, but then on the back end, the business is actually building and taking off. So that's got to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah. I think it was like, for me, if I didn't go to Nicaragua to train those times, I don't think I would be this invested. It took me seeing how many more people are involved, and good people. Like these factory workers are just really good humans, just trying to make a living and everything. And then you start to see the beauty of this industry. I think in reality, it's the only thing left in the world that is all completely handmade. From the only thing that is computer or anything, it's just printing the labels. The boxes are hand glued, hand cut, hand carved. The cigars are all hand picked, hand grown, hand wrapped, like everything. Like even like the alcohol industry, the bottles and cans and stuff, that's factory machines and everything. So it's the last thing on this planet that I can think of that it's multiple hands, and like there's just so many people involved. That kind of blew my mind.
Amazing. Yeah, we do love that part of it. And that's another reason we do want to get to Nicaragua or somewhere that we can actually see the process firsthand, because we already love the industry so much. Like we want to take it to that next level and actually get in there. But no, I was gonna say too. I know a lot of these factory workers. They like you said, they depend on you guys. You depend on them. When you got down there, what was the first cigar you guys were working on for West Tampa? I forget this from talking with your dad.
I think it
was it the white
and
or was it?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's
white
what I thought.
Black. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe one was rolled by me. No, I didn't make that. Mine didn't make it into the box.
I do think the first one, I think I told your dad this as well. I don't know if you were still in the show at the time, but the one that first caught my attention was the Attic series. And it was so hard to find. And it was the first one. I had one with my brother-in-law, and we were sitting in his garage, and I'm like, this is really good. And then trying to find more of them was so difficult. And it was one that definitely put you guys on the radar for me back then. So it's something to this day that was always a great cigar.
Yeah. No, and it's even that I don't know if Dad told you the whole story of how we even found Garmendia, and like how like the small little factory in Esteli like just changed our life, Like
I will say that he didn't tell us, so go ahead.
Yeah, it was, Dad has access to everybody. So like when we were looking for a factory, he was going down, and there's Oliva and even Rocky and Plasencia and all these things. And it's, I think Plasencia is like it's huge. There's easily like 500 workers and, from rollers to boxing and everything like that. And I'm not exactly sure how he even heard about Garmendia. Sorry, Marley. Um, uh, but it's a small little factory, and Dad had met with Jose and fell in love with him because he's just a good family man. He has 3 kids and has owned this factory for a couple of years. Him and his wife started off as rollers and everything. Is he getting louder? I can't. And so Dad just got a really good feeling and a emotional connection and saw, because we started West Tampa for the family. It's me and my dad and Gus and his kids and my mom and everybody. And so to see Jose run his factory with the same kind of mentality of not, of course he wants to be successful and stuff, but it was never about being this gigantic kind of thing. It was the love of the cigar. It was, I want to open a factory that I am in tune with every single cigar that comes out of this factory. And that's why West Tampa's been so successful, is because of how much he is involved with every step of the process. And like, it's not just, with 500 people, that's crazy. You couldn't keep track. We have maybe 70 workers total, from bunchers, rollers, boxing, everything, that's nothing compared to 500. And the fact that they can
So
make that many
no,
cigars.
go ahead.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, going from
Hey.
you spend a few months down in Nicaragua learning to roll and all this, and now going back home. So this
Yeah.
takes us into where you are now.
Yeah.
So the last couple of years with West Tampa being widely on the market, you've got some kind of limited editions coming out and
Yeah.
things like that. What is it like now? What was it like coming back from Nicaragua and seeing your dad and going, okay, this is what's
Yeah.
going on? Bring
Yeah.
us up to
I,
today.
yeah, I was invested at that point, like wholeheartedly. I was like, oh, this is something I can see myself involved in. I still have like a dream of working with like building schools and different things for the factory workers down there, because some of these people don't live in Esteli, so they have to take like an hour bus to go pick up their kids, drop them off, and then come back to work and everything. So like Plasencia is one of my favorite factories in Esteli. They have a Montessori school right across the street from the factory that they can like send their kids to and everything. And I was like, oh, I can see where all of my years of like environmentalism and amnesty, working for human rights and like all these kind of things, and I worked with kids and all this kind of stuff. I was like, oh, God's doing it all. Like he's showing me like there's so much more that I can be a part of. And then coming back, and now when I went to events, I was telling my side of the story and my experience versus just mimicking Dad's stories. Like people were asking my experience and what I learned, and I wasn't just regurgitating my dad's words. I had actual physical, evidence of this now and stuff. And so since then I've realized this industry is huge, like it is so much more than just a cigar, podcasts and magazines and marketing and media I mean any type of event management, like anything, like even like how much Rocky does for the PCA, like the board, to getting laws passed with everything. Like this industry kind of covers it all, which made me not feel I feel more confident and staying in it now because I saw like at the beginning, of course, I was like, I have no idea how long I'm gonna last. I don't smoke. But that's all that kept going through my head was like, girl, you don't smoke. What are you gonna do? Like, you can't be in this. Like, I'm never gonna be a cigar blender. I'm never gonna like, do what dad does. And now we're seeing, oh, I have all these kind of creative ideas for like even I want to take all my dad's knowledge and turn it into like training programs and like really make sure that his knowledge doesn't kind of die off with him because I want new blenders coming in and new, this younger generation and to learn from these masters, which only a couple of them are left in the world and everything. And my dad has Benji and, Ernesto and all these monumental people in the industry's knowledge. So how can I take that and create courses and things like that? So I'm very confident in this now because I got to kind of have my hands and everything along with this journey and having the support of Gus and my dad.
So, you were talking about that you don't smoke and things like that. When my wife and I got to meet up with you here in Knoxville, that was one of the
Yeah.
things that you told me. And she even said, that surprises me that she doesn't. And, hearing what you just said, what could you offer that you don't smoke? Well, your dad, you said is the face. I agree. Your dad's the face of the brand.
Yeah.
But every brand needs a historian.
Yeah.
That's your role. Your
Yeah.
role is to share the stories that he went
Yeah.
through, but it's also to share the stories that you go through. And you don't have to be a cigar smoker to still be passionate about the industry. And
Yeah.
you're proving today that, you have the passion behind it, you have the experience, and you have the willingness to learn about it.
Yeah.
So that's something that's powerful in itself.
Yeah.
I do have a question before we're getting towards the end of it, but
Yeah.
looking at your future roles in the company,
Mm.
let's say dad watches this in a year, next week or next month. So you're looking at the company from a bird's eye view. One, where do you want to see the company grow? And if your dad was watching, what would you want to see? What would you want him to know that where would you want to grow in the future in this industry?
I think the main thing for sure is just making sure this craft does not die, that there are more master blenders that come out of this because like I said, it's the last industry that, alcohol is the same thing too, but you're not really it's not like a lot of new alcohol comes out, you know what I mean? Like it's not like Bud Light comes out with a new brand. I mean, there is
I would say that like typical like Budweiser and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Mick I have been so, turned away from craft beer. But when it comes to
Yeah.
the craft
Oh yeah,
beer, there's something new coming out. But when it comes to like whiskey,
Yeah.
there are whiskey and craft beer remind me so much of craft cigars. There are people out there with knowledge and passion that are pulling out stuff that's not normal. And
Yeah.
that's the reason that, when we get somebody on here, I don't want the CEO from Budweiser to be on here.
Yeah.
I want the people from Flyaway to be on here.
Yeah.
I want the people from Memphis Brewing Station to be on here because they're creating stuff that's nuanced.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. They are the same at the it's that that
It's
family
passion.
legacy and passion and just
Passion.
this like this craft. It's so beautiful. And for some reason, what I've noticed in the cigar industry, not everybody, but there are a lot of people coming into the industry thinking that they're gonna just make money and just be able to like they're not they're not coming in going, I want to learn about cigars. How are they made? I want to be a blender. Like, I don't know if I've met anybody that says, I want to be a blender. I've heard I would like to own my own cigar company or own my own shop or own something like that. So it's like, I want to make sure that craft is still like valuable and like, does that make
They're
sense what
not
I'm
trying to
saying?
yeah, they're not trying to turn out another product. They're trying to turn
Yeah.
out something that they're proud of. Instead of
Yes.
being complacent with making money, they're putting
Yes.
out something that they can be proud of and that they can show that it has uh, conviction and passion behind it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and on
Yeah.
top of that, that's why we do this every week. And what we do is because we want to get that out there, and we want people to
Yeah.
know that, we're not about the big brands that have been doing things the same since the early 1900s. We want to see
Yeah.
the people that are innovating the industry and
Yeah.
really making you think when you're smoking a cigar or having a drink
Yeah.
or whatever it may be. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're on the same page with that. I love what
Yeah.
you said about really kind of not wanting to see that die off with some of the old heads. Like I want
Yeah.
this that knowledge needs to continue on, and that ingenuity needs to be a part of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not taking away from people like General. I'm not taking away from
No.
STG, Budweiser, Jack Daniels,
Mm-mm.
but there's something to say about the West Tampas, the Cavaliers, the Haze Grays that come out
Yeah.
that are putting small batch boutique stuff out there.
Yeah.
The Chattanooga whiskeys, the
Yeah.
the small whiskey brands, the craft
Yeah.
beer brands. They're
Yeah.
they're not relying on the fact that if I make it, people are going to buy it because it's a name. They have
Yes.
to live every day knowing that if I put out a crap product one
Yeah.
time, people may
Yeah.
not ever come back.
Yeah.
So they have to
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
that passion behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And we live in such a culture now. It's like mom and pop shops are going away, and like it's just Walmarts and Targets, and everybody's buying the same stuff and everything. So it's like with these kind of industries, with these kind of like skilled crafts and skilled labor and stuff, from cigars and alcohol to like paintings and stuff. Like I bought these at Home Goods and something. There's not, somebody didn't hand make that or whatever. And this younger generation is getting kind of mixed up, saying like, oh, it's all, I need to fit in. I need to just like buy whatever everybody else is buying and doing and everything like that. And it's like, no, bring back the individuals, bring back the people that want to like give you something that they're proud of, that you're saying, and also like that they thought of, that they came up with, that they created, to like leave a legacy more than, oh yeah, I I own
Well,
a
just
Walmart
saying,
franchise, which is
when
fine,
whenever you find out your next location or this location, if
Yeah.
you're looking for something to hang up on your wall, I can tell you somebody who is a fabulous painter who
There you
makes
go.
fantastic artwork that would probably be willing to work with you on a good art piece to put behind you. And he just happens to be on the podcast with us today.
Is it you?
He is a fantastic painter. He has actually painted
Yes.
stuff for my office. He's painted stuff for my wife's
Yes.
office, and he is remarkable.
So you get it.
Send me a picture. Send me one of your favorite
Yeah.
pictures, and I'll remake it for you, and you can hang it on your wall. So next time we have you on, it can hang behind you. That'd be great. Send me your favorite
Thank
picture.
you.
And we'll do something.
Thank you.
All right. So before we
Yeah.
go into Hotbox questions, I'm going to go through 3 questions on here. So the person that you seem to know says, will there be a Sara Bobble? He spelled your name wrong. Sara Bobblehead.
No, you spelled it right.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
A would-be perfect bobblehead to add next to my Chef Rick. Is
I
there going
wish
to be
I
a
keep
Sara?
asking. I keep asking. And we don't know who makes them anymore. I can't, like, Dad lost that contact, so we need to find the contact.
All right. So Sara, what is the best meal the chef cooks up?
Ropa Vieja.
Again, let's break that down for me. What's that?
Sure. Whatever.
In Spanish, it means dirty clothes or dirty shoes, or old shoes. But it's
What?
like a
Nope.
it's shredded beef in like a tomato like Spanish sauce over yellow rice, and it's delicious. That or
Sounds
cutlets.
okay. Sounds fabulous.
Sounds
if you told me it
sounds
was
better
dirty,
than the name.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It's delicious.
So, last one. As a woman killing it in the field that is still dude heavy, what is the pettiest prove yourself BS you had to deal with, and how did you shut it down?
Let's see. I mean, I haven't had anything really significant. I think there's two reasons to that. One, who my dad is, so a lot of people just don't mess with me. But also from the industry so far, I really haven't met a lot of bad guys. I feel like that's the thing about this industry that really like also opened my eyes and heart to it, was how welcomed I was. Even people who didn't know who my dad was or didn't know who I was automatically, like just assumed I was just another woman in the industry. I haven't had a lot of like sexist or anything kind of experiences. I think for me though, personally, maybe that also hasn't happened because of my background. All of my travels and everything, I traveled alone. I've learned to hold my own. I can be in a room with 100 dudes, and if you're making fun of me or mocking or things like that, saying stupid jokes and stuff, I'm not like, oh my God, no, don't say that. Like I can, you know, stop, like shut it down or give it back. And I feel like the minute you do that, also this industry, as you guys know, talks like everybody knows everything. So if people hear, oh yeah, Sarah shut this guy down, he was trying to make some bad comment, she shut him down, boom, that travels to the next one. Oh, she doesn't put up with that kind of like stuff. So yeah.
And
That's
most guys in this industry try to weed out the creeps, because if something like that happens, they're probably
Yes.
getting walked out of the lounge. So it's just how it is.
1,000%. And that's a huge thing I want to say, because this is a woman's month and everything. Why I said that there's so many different avenues into this industry is because I want women to know, like, don't be afraid to join this industry. It is a beautiful industry, and just pick your skill, hone on a skill. Like even like your art, all the people that have to do the box designs, these graphic designers and everything, it's like, come in here and change up the industry with like gorgeous artwork on boxes and bands and things like that. Make signs for cigar lounges. Be an interior decorator for cigar lounges. They don't have that. Some of these men are just like, oh, I bought a cigar lounge and I threw some chairs in, like, God bless them. But, some of these shops, you're like, did you try? But, or in the tobacco and everything, like there is space for everyone, male or female. Like it's the most welcoming industry. And what I always say too, because I was 10 years a bartender, I never watched a man smoke 5 cigars and think, he's gonna be a problem, like, no, that dude's gonna pass out, like he's done. Like if I'm watching a guy take 5 shots of whiskey, I'm like, I gotta watch him. Like, so it's, the more they smoke, the more you guys are sleepy. So it's but I love it here.
All right. So before we go into the next one, the next thing that we have for you is our last little bit for you. We call it Hotbox Questions. It's we're going to ask 4 random questions, 2 from Mick, 2 from me, but it's 4 random questions that are random to you, not random to us. The question we always have to ask: are you willing to play Hotbox Questions?
Yes.
All right. Hotbox Questions is brought to you by Beard Apothecary.
Hi, honey. Did you finally finish the Irish goodbye?
Yes. Do you want to help me clean up?
Well, I don't know. Did you finally finish the Irish goodbye? Yes. You want to help me clean up?
Yes. You want to help me clean up?
Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? Yes. You want to help me clean up? What's going on, fam? I dodged that bullet. So, hey, we just re-released our limited edition for St. Patrick's Day, the Irish Goodbye. This was inspired by our good friend, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Bernie himself. Going to be limited again. We ran out pretty quick last year. It is back. It is smelling wonderful. Get it for St. Patrick's Day. And whatever you do, make sure you give the boys a like, a follow, and a subscribe. Don't let the beard lick word. Stay metal, my friends.
Huge thanks to Beard Apothecary. And John, just remember, you're still not our favorite Aldi, even though you do support us.
Also, I'm 99% sure I sent his wife a Taylor Swift sweater. So I love
That
it.
is awesome.
I'm sure you did. I'm 100% sure you did. Yeah.
She gave me soap. I sent her a sweater. Okay, sorry.
John, if you're on
John's
here,
probably
I need
wearing
you
it right now.
I was about to say, I need John wearing it for the next ad. So just saying. All right, Mick, hotbox questions. Question number 1.
Question number 1. What is your favorite musical band or artist?
Taylor Swift. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I was hoping for something really deep, like something from the Mud Huts or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
That's it. Or there's a musician, Nako Bear and Medicine for the People. So they're good too.
Wait. What was the name again? What was that one?
Nako Bear and Medicine for the People. It's spelled Nahko. He definitely has been to the Mud Huts.
Okay.
All right, so question number 2. Mick and I are both girl dads. My youngest is 14. So she is in that point of trying to find what she wants to do next. She's going into high school. She wants to know. So as somebody who has lived a traveled life, an interesting life, to any young lady who is trying to find what their passion is, what is some advice that you would give her?
I'd say the biggest one is don't compare. Get out of the comparison mindset. Really get to know yourself and be comfortable with expressing whatever version of you wants to be alive at that point, whether people like it or not. At the end of the day, people are usually going to judge you no matter what, whether you're doing good or bad or anything in between. So don't compare yourself to other people and really just explore and get to know yourself and the things that you like and be confident in them, because that's the way that the doors are going to open and you're going to actually enjoy life versus trying to fit into everybody else's box of you. Yeah.
I love it.
That was fantastic.
Love it. Yeah, love it. That's why we do this show. Love it. And this month for sure. All right. So this one might be a little tough. And if you don't have an answer, I have a backup question. But give us one Rick story. One West Tampa Rick story that he doesn't want you to tell on this show.
West Tampa?
Well, okay, just Rick. Just Rick. Just Rick Rodriguez. Any Ricky story from back in the day. Anyone.
I don't know.
Do I need a backup question?
Yeah.
She is currently trying to weigh whether her job is worth answering that question or not.
I had to try. All right. What is the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Food. I think I tried it in the Philippines. They have these like eggs things. Where'd the hearts come from? What was that?
What? How did that just happen?
How did that happen?
Make a heart again.
Oh my god! Look at that!
That is great. How did that happen?
Out of 67 episodes, that's the first time that's happened.
This is the Taylor Swift heart too, so she's no, I'm not gonna do it again. No, that was anyways. But they have these eggs with like basically unborn fetus kind of things in them.
Ugh.
And I think I tried like a little weird bite of that, and that was weird. And then I think I had one of those like lollipops with a scorpion in them that they sell at the beach in like Florida and stuff.
Okay.
But grossest food ever? What's that stuff in Hawaii? A poi or something? I don't know if you've ever had that. It's some sort of root stuff. Ugh, that was horrible. Horrible.
Sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of people eating that with like partial feathers in it and shit. Like it's like
ugh.
it's really gross. Why do you eat that? Anyway.
I don't know why. Yeah.
So, question number 4. Listening to everything that you had to say over the last 2 hours or hour and a half that you've been talking, you traveled around the world. You experienced many different cultures and different styles of life, I guess we could say. In looking at it, it seemed like you were trying to chase a passion. Each time it was either logical, it was trying to save something, whatever it was. But it seemed like when your dad asked you to join him in West Tampa, it was another passion that's now turned into purpose. It seems now like you have a purpose in life.
Amen.
So
Thank you.
looking into it, what do you hope that this purpose brings to you, the company, and your family?
For me, I guess that exactly that purpose, like, it's seeing kind of like putting all the dots together of like the fact that my journey started in Nicaragua and is now here is not a coincidence. That's full fate. So I'm excited.
Would you say it's a circle
it's
of
the
life?
circle. Uh-oh. Wait, I think they died. Can you hear me still? Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. We got it.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Cool.
We
Sorry.
got you.
Anyways, yeah, so just being able to like understand my purpose and this whole crazy chaotic life and connect the dots to see for the business. I hope it's successful for everybody involved, not just my dad and me, but for Gus and his family and Garmendia and all the shop owners and podcasters, everybody. Like the more we're successful, the more y'all are successful and keeping this industry alive and everything. And then for my family, like I'm just so proud of my dad. I do not take for granted the fact that I get to help my dad build his dream and like leave a legacy that like, I don't have kids in a family yet and stuff, but I don't even know what it's going to be like to show my kids like the magazine cover of me and my dad of being like what this is. If I can die knowing like we did it, like this is the best thing that's ever. Don't cry.
Hey, you've got 2 girl dads over here right now that is thinking the exact same thing. If our daughters were saying this about us, we would be a pile of mush on the ground right now.
Yeah. It's a not. There's something special about a dad and daughter relationship and the fact that I get to, see his dreams come true. It's what an honor. I can't imagine him doing this without me. I don't think it would make any sense.
It's amazing. I also second what Charles said, and it's I can't even relate to where you guys are at, but like even with this podcast and as well as we've done for like a 2-year period, just having my daughter play a role in it. She does our opener for us, and she's helped us out a lot with it. And she's constantly like our biggest fan. So it's such a cool thing to have that relationship and have them rooting for you in your corner. So I applaud you for saying that. That's amazing. And you guys have, I I mean, obviously you want more and continue to build, but I mean, at the same time, you guys have been fucking amazing for the amount of time that you've been doing this together. So amazing.
Yeah. If it ended tomorrow, we'd be fine. We'd be good. You know, like
Amazing.
it's like it's more than enough. I also want to shout out you guys for being good girl dads. Like, thank you. Like, that is a huge need in this world right now. Like, it's a lot of broken father-daughter relationships that cause, you know, a lot of the chaos and everything. So I honor you and thank you. And thanks for putting up with us girls. It's worth it in the end, I promise. There may be a couple of years where it's a little uncomfortable, but
I will say I have a 24-year-old that who is a special education teacher who gave me a run for my money I've realized it was worth it in the end. And I have a 14-year-old who's currently taking up her sister's role as giving me a run for her money. And I just pray it gives me the same security that her older sister gives me. But yes, girl dads are there's something special about them. So our final question comes from it's a segment that we do called Play It Forward. Okay. The previous guest that we had on last week leaves a question for the guest that we have on this week. And of course, sometime Mick or I will reach out to you, probably be Mick. He'll reach out to you and ask you to leave a question for the person coming up next week. Okay. So we are going to say that Play It Forward is brought to you by Southpaw Stogies. Sorry.
Pow! What's up, the Southpaw Stogies here. First, I wanted to say thank you for supporting us and supporting the Real Smoke podcast. So next time you're in Lebanon, Tennessee, please be sure to come out and experience Southpaw Stogies. Got a great selection of cigars here, great selection of beer and coffee. And by the way, I just want to give another local shout out to Crown's Heads. Look at this beautiful band there. We've got them here at Southpaw Stogies. So we're here at 402 East Main Street, Lebanon, Tennessee, and stay smoky.
All right, thank you to Southpaw Stogies. They are our newest sponsor on here. But Mick, who was our guest last week, and what did they ask?
Real quick before we do that, I want to say Southpaw Stogies. I actually gave them a shout out when I was at Industrial last week. The owners of Industrial are going to the Nashville area for like a week-long thing. So they're like, where are some lounges I can go to? I gave them Southpaw Stogies. I gave them a couple other ones too, but I gave them Southpaw Stogies. So it all comes full circle. We're helping each other out here. All right, but so our guest last week
I will
was,
jump on you real quick. Southpaw Stogies, if you haven't met up with the fine people with West Tampa Cigars, you need to. Reach out to Sara. Let's get her out there.
Yes. Where are they? Nashville or outside?
Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay.
South, little south of Nashville, yeah.
Yes, send reach out.
We got you. All right, so last week we had Mike Poe with Trafficante on, and he reached out, and I think it's a pretty good question. I think it fits in with our Women's Month here. But he said, growing up around cigars, what misconceptions did you have before working in the industry full time? So, like, what were you, what were you thinking? Shit, I don't know about this or that or that, and it all came together full circle.
I know that cigars caused that were like the same as cigarettes. That cigar, like smoking cigars. I remember that. They said, like, well, smoking one cigar is like smoking a full pack of cigarettes. I'm like, to who? Like, me, I don't even think even like nicotine level. When people ask me like, oh, isn't that unhealthy and everything? I'm like, I have met the oldest men in my life that smoke cigars every day. Like, my dad says maybe it's fermenting y'all's insides to keep you alive longer. But I know that like doctors have done studies that, it's not, I know like the mouth kind of thing and stuff, but like I thought a cigar was the same as a cigarette. I thought it was the same thing, and it is not at all.
Very cool. Very cool. Absolutely. There's been so many studies. You're right. I mean, you see more and more every day, and if anything, it gives you that moment of peace where it actually mental wise will actually help you probably live longer. So
yeah, because you're taking a break and like almost meditating at that point.
Absolutely.
I will say that the healthcare provider that I signed up with a couple of years ago, you got to fill out all the paperwork, and when he came in first thing he said, "Do you smoke?" I was like, "I smoke cigars." He looked down and went, "So that's a no." And I went, "Got you. So you understand. You're my doctor. I got you."
Yes, 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 yeah. I'm sure my dad's given his doctor cigars.
So my last question to you is, how many individual podcasts have you done? How many solo ones have you done?
I think only one. It was the Rocky Mountain one in
Well,
Colorado.
I will say, this has been a fantastic interview. Love
Thank
having
you.
you on. It was 100% worth getting you on here by yourself. And, one of the things that we like to pride ourselves on is it's less about brand, but about the people behind it and getting to know more about you. And the people that get to know more about you, it's going to make them fall in love with the brand just as much or even more.
Yeah.
So, I know you're not much on social media, because trying to find stuff on you on social media, you have been the hardest person to get images, information on. But if you want to shout out any way that people can find you or West
Yeah.
Tampa, go ahead and do that.
West Tampa Tobacco's Instagram. I think it's West Tampa Tobacco. And I have West Tampa Sara. I'm getting better at it.
That you don't update too often. Just saying.
Yeah, not ever. I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I need to. Yeah. Like I said, Carmen San Diego, but I get it. I got to be out there. And stuff. But yeah, I'll get better at it. Or just even like, you can always message West Tampa's Instagram and say, Sara, get Sara, please. I'll get the email.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're definitely easiest to connect with on email, and I do have your number, which makes me feel kind of special. But it freaked me out that time you called me and you're like, "Hey, so fuck is this?" But anyway,
it's me.
no, I'm gonna second what you said. It was an absolutely amazing interview. We love this month and highlighting the women in the industry, and it's it's not just about the industry you're in; it's about how you got to where you are and your drive for what you're trying to accomplish. And you've definitely been a great guest to start off this month. I'm excited to see the next guest, but they have a bar to live up to now. You did an amazing job. And
they better have some Craigslist killers and mud huts.
I was crying laughing over some of it. It was so great. And something for you to sleep on. You're the first guest we're starting this with. If you think of anybody we should have on a future episode, let us know, because you guys know people from the industry that maybe we don't. Let us know. Like, think about that one and get back to me. You know how to get a hold of me. But it's
men and
awesome
women, or just
whoever.
Yes,
men and women.
It doesn't matter. It could be it could be from cigar, whiskey. It could be just some person that that has a good story to tell.
The Mud Hut people. If you know them, let us know. We'll do it live from the Mud Hut. It'll be awesome.
In reality,
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know if they probably don't have phones. But in reality, you should definitely do an interview with Gus, with our other owner, because he just knows the entire, that side of the industry that me and Dad have no idea about.
Oh yeah, we'll get that set up. We'll be in touch. But no, amazing interview. We appreciate your time. It was unbelievable.
Thank you. Wait, let's see. No.
Is it doing it?
Oh no.
Oh, that was just a random.
You got to stay still. You got to stay still. I think you're moving too much.
There it is. Awesome. So we will let you get back to the maniac that's in the closet trying to escape. But thank you so much for jumping on here. We appreciate it. And
thank you.
We're honored to be, I guess, your second solo interview. And
it's the best.
Mick, I'll let you go ahead and say what you, go ahead.
Anything you ever need, you guys know you got it. Like I said, you know how to get a hold of me. If you guys want to shout anything out or you ever want to tag us in anything, we got you. Like we're here to build this industry and continue to try to help out the companies that help us out, and we want to see you guys grow. We want to be a part of that growth. So anything you ever need in the future, you ever want to jump on just to try to highlight something you guys have coming up, we're those guys. So let us know.
Thank you. And I'm proud of you guys. Good job with this. You got a good one.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Appreciate
We
you.
appreciate
Love
you.
you.
Have a good night.
Love
Yes,
you.
see you.
See ya. So just like that, episode 67 is in the books, and that
You've made it to 2 hours and 15 minutes without saying 6, 7. You've been doing it for fucking months now, and you made it to like
it's
2 hours and 15 minutes.
67.
Crazy.
67.
Dude, what a great show, man. What a great show. What a
It
great
was.
way to kick off the month. Amazing. She's so great.
Yeah. It was one of those things that, when we were talking before, we love having Rick on here and talking about stories, and he's like Pete.
Yeah.
We want to get
Oh, yeah.
Pete on here to tell more stories. We want to get Rick to tell more stories. I need to put her up there with that because we ended up having to move her on because there were too many stories. And, the funny thing was, I understand why she was sitting back there in the first time, just shaking her head, because she's like, I've got so much I could put into this. You're just not letting me talk. So I thought it was fun. I thought it was a great interview. For somebody who is so new into the industry,
She gets it.
if you look at it, she is probably going to be anybody that we've interviewed in the past and interviewing this year. She's probably going to be the newest, earliest person in this industry.
Yeah.
But she's got so much insight.
Yeah. It definitely helps with that, obviously, but I mean, she took it and ran with it. She took the ball and was like, you know what? I'm making my dent in this industry one way or another. And she's done amazing. So it's fun to watch.
So really quickly, Josephus says, I got my first West Tampa from a tinderbox at South Park Mall. Very cool. Cigars with Angel says, I can't believe the bearded guy is such a Taylor Swift fan. I know Mick loves Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Wrong bearded guy.
Her.
Just thinking. Mark says, it's not Lebanon, it's Lebanon.
Okay.
Cigars with Angel says, love her passion, spark, and drive for everything good in the industry. The future is bright in her hands. 100%. Buddy, I cannot pronounce what's on there, so I'm going to call you whatever. Says, great show, thumbs up. If you thought it was a great show, make sure, everybody, if you think it's a great show, please go like and subscribe. Our Instagram is doing fan freaking tabulous, but our YouTube is struggling. Help us out on YouTube, because if we can get some more people on there, the more that everything is going to be pushed out to more and people will get to know about us.
Okay.
So he also says, Forrest is the name. What's up, Forrest? Thank you for being on here. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for participating. Love it. Absolutely. Hologram says this and this. Awesome. So, a couple things left to do tonight. We do have a cigar review to do. We do have prizes to give away. We have two $25 gift cards from the Cigar Vault Oakdale to give away. And we do have one story from Meanwhile, or a couple of whatever stories. I don't know how many he's got. He's got 27. But we do got some stories from Meanwhile in Memphis. We got 6 or 7 stories.
We really need to stop that. I'm glad it's 68 next week.
But the week after that. Anyways,
who do we?
So
never mind. We can't even make jokes that night.
No, I'm not making jokes. No, we do not. Nope. We got to keep it professional. We don't make jokes. So anyways, we do have a cigar review to do, and that is going to be brought to you by Cigar Army.
Tonight's cigar review is proudly sponsored by Cigar Army. The Cigar Army is a community brought together by their shared love of cigars, but bonded by something much deeper, their mission to give back to those in need. Through Operation Give Back, they honor the courage and dedication of our military and first responders, both active and retired. Their bravery and selflessness make the freedoms we enjoy possible, including this very moment to sit here, share a cigar, and connect with our Real Smoke audience. Every puff carries a story. Every draw is a tribute to their sacrifices. This isn't just about cigars, it's about gratitude, about compassion, and about giving back to the heroes who shaped our lives. Join them in the mission to make a difference, one cigar at a time. Check them out on Instagram at Cigar Army 3 or search Cigar Army on Facebook. Together, we can turn our passion into purpose.
So tonight, once again, we are smoking the West Tampa Tobacco Company Red Lancero. You can see all the information on it right there. Mick went over it with perfect English earlier, so congratulations to him. But Mick is going to go ahead and give his review, and I am going to sit and think about it in awe.
I don't know about all that. So everybody knows how much I don't love Lanceros, but at the request of West Tampa Rick, I smoked the Red Lancero and gave it a review. Aroma from the body. I got earthiness, light hay, natural tobacco sweetness. Aroma from the foot. I got light hay, raisin sweetness, grains and wheat. Taste from the cold draw. I got light hay and earth. There wasn't a whole lot on a cold draw. First third notes. I got earthiness, creamy, peanuts, pepper, and oakiness. The retro is black pepper and nuttiness. Second third notes. I got earthiness again, more pepper, nuttiness, light cream, and like a charred oak came in. Retro was black pepper and nuttiness. Final third for me, Charles and I talked briefly about this. The final third was by far my favorite of this cigar. I got dry earth, black pepper, dark coffee, a little bit of cocoa came in, and on top of that nuttiness, it reminded me of a trail mix towards the end. It was good. The charred oak remained on the palate. Retro, I got black pepper and a little bit of chocolate on the retro in the final third. I enjoyed the final third. Other notes I took down on this, it definitely dried the mouth. It was something that stood out throughout the cigar for me. It dried my mouth a lot more than most cigars. That's the first time I remember writing that down in 67 episodes. So definitely something that stood out to me. Not a whole lot of flavor changes. Final third was solid. I definitely enjoyed that. And there was no touch up. I'd say it was a medium plus. The pre-light experience, gave it a 17 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, 13 out of 15. Construction characteristics, 27 out of 30. Smoke production final thoughts, 28 out of 35. I gave it an 85. And where my score really dropped off was, and I felt kind of bad about this. Would I smoke this again? Yeah, I'd smoke it again. But I wouldn't buy a box and I wouldn't add it to my rotation because I don't love Lanceros. That being said, I love the West Tampa Red Natoro. It's my favorite West Tampa. So maybe just not my size, not my style, but it was it was solid. It was just, don't like Lanceros. So
I get that one. And, you know, one of the things that people have pointed out to us before is that, you know, it could be a good cigar that is a good, steady cigar that doesn't change much. But then it could be a cigar that's a roller coaster. We are roller coaster people. We want to experience the flavor changes throughout. I will say that this is a great, steady cigar.
Yeah.
This is not a cigar that you're going to be on a roller coaster ride with. So, score, good. I think that's pretty much up there. By the way, how do you know that it's starting to get warm? When somebody brings out the Liquid Death Lime. Just saying.
There it is. It's summer. It's officially summer.
It is. It's getting there. I mean, we're both in t-shirts. It's been such a long time since we've both been sitting outside in t-shirts. So great. All right, so here we go. Aroma off the body, sweet tobacco, musty manure, and peaches. Peaches on the foot, slight chocolate, sweet tobacco. Taste off the cold draw, fruit, raisin, sweet tobacco. First third notes on the light, tobacco, earth, black pepper. Into the first third notes are earth, slight woody note, cocoa powder. The retro is earth, black pepper, sweet, dusty, dry chocolate. Ash is great, holds over an inch. And for a Lancero, when you get an ash that can hold well over an inch, well-constructed Lancero. Let's see. Burn is razor sharp. Draw is just right for the right amount of resistance to give you lots of smoke. But smoke texture is slightly drying. The finish is mild with a slight sweet, dry note, medium plus in strength. So from the first third, I got that same, I was finding myself needing that water to go ahead and refresh the palate. Into the second third, notes earthy, salty peanut, a slight sweet tobacco. Retro is black pepper, dark chocolate, peanut. The draw is still great. Burn is still sharp. The ash still holds. Finish is medium long with a slight salty dark chocolate note. Smoke is thick, but still leaves your palate dry and needing for a drink. Medium plus in strength. So you were getting a lot of the peanut notes. I was getting a lot of the peanuts. I was getting a lot of the salt. I do tend to like a salty cigar. To me, it brings out, that minerally note that I tend to like, but I usually like it to be balanced with something that's a little more sweet instead of a little more bitter, to make it less dry. In the final third, note on the palate, dark coffee, dry oak, pepper, slight earth. The retro is a white pepper, bitter coffee, oak, ash burn, all still great. Smoke still dry. Finish is dry but a little bitter. Medium plus in strength. Where Mick liked the final third was my least favorite. When he sent me his score and sent me what he thought about it, I sent him, great. I love the fact that we're completely different on this, because it shows that we have two different palettes. So some of the pluses on this one before I go over the scores. For a Lancero, the burn, the ash, the smoke, the draw, flawless. I've never had a Lancero smoke so well.
Yeah, I didn't have any touch-ups. The smoke draw and the draw was amazing the whole way through, and my ash was at least inch and a half every time before it dropped off. For a Lancero, I'm not a Lancero smoker, but from everything I've heard about them and read about them, I think that's pretty fucking amazing.
So from some of the cigars that we smoke, I would love some of the Toros, the Robustos, the Corona Gordas that we smoke to smoke as flawlessly in construction as this one. So those were my pluses. My negatives were, it was the same cigar. There wasn't much changes. And, a lot of people say smoke a Lancero, smoke a Corona to get the true flavor of the cigar. I would say that if you go into the other Vitolas of this cigar, you're going to get a better experience. So, pre-light experience, I gave it an 18 out of 20. It was gorgeous. The cold draw was great. Flavor enjoyment, 12 out of 15. First third, gave it a 5. Second third, gave it a 4. The final third, gave it a 3. Smoking construction, 30 out of 30. I do not know that I've ever given a cigar a 30 out of 30, because I couldn't find anything wrong with construction. One of the best constructed cigars I've ever smoked. Smoke production and final thoughts, I gave it a 28 out of 35. So my score, Mick gave it a 85. I gave it an 88. So the Real Smoke Podcast gives the Red Lancero a total or an average of 87. So 87 on this cigar. So feel free to leave us a comment. Put a comment in there. Let us know what you thought about it. If you've smoked this one, or if you smoked any of the other reds in any other size by Vitola or anything, let us know what you thought about it. You can even tell us that we are completely full of crap on our score. I don't care. Put it in the comments. But we would love to know what you thought about it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not experienced in Lanceros, so I don't. But I know that they are not typically easy to keep lit and burn that great. Like mine was razor sharp the whole way through. So congratulations on the score.
Again, probably one of the best constructed cigars I've smoked. So if the flavor enjoyment would have been up there with the rest of them, even by a few points, we would have been close to 90 on that one.
Oh yeah.
So as you guys can see, I do have it up there. Hello, we're back again. We are going to be giving away a couple of gift cards from the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Before we get into that one, and Mick gives all the rules and all that stuff, it is a new month. I mean, it is Women's Domination Month. We should have made it to where only women can win.
That would have been cool.
Could you imagine what would Angel's name be if he decided that he was going to change his name to a woman so he could win?
Angela.
Just asking. Angela? He would be Angela.
Yes.
So, anyways.
So are we doing number 6 and 7 tonight? 6.
Oh, really?
That's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
All right, fuck it. We're not doing 6 and 7.
All right. Anyways, tonight's sponsor for our prizes is Haze Gray Cigars. By the way, I'm wearing your hat, Haze. Hey, Haze, if you're watching this one, by the way, we need to hook me up with some more of these hats because I'm wearing this one out. Just saying. Anyways, Haze Gray Cigars.
Savor every moment with Haze Gray Cigar. Each blend is crafted for bold flavor, veteran-inspired character, and premium construction. From smooth and approachable to rich and complex in flavor, Haze Gray delivers a cigar for every palate. Now available our new release, Irmãos do Mar. Order Haze Gray Cigars online at Fat Boys Cigars and from Wolfpack Cigar Club and the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Visit our website for a list of nationwide retail lounges and to grab some cool Haze Gray merch to rep our brand. As always, we've got your sticks.
Huge thanks to everybody over at Haze Gray. You guys are freaking fantastic. By the way, Mark, go ahead and clip this one. Go ahead and try to get them on as at least a product sponsor. I mean, come on, Liquid Death.
We need more.
Do you enjoy it? We love it.
Heck yeah.
All right, Mick, go ahead and give the rundown.
So it is a new month. So everyone that's still watching is eligible to win. Everyone is eligible to win. We are going to pick, just to beat the algorithm, we're going to go with 3 and 4 tonight for our winners. Not 6 and 7. Yeah, 3 and 4. We're at the third draw will be our winner for the first one. Fourth draw will be for our second one. If you win this week, you are not eligible for the rest of March. I'm sorry, but let's get some new names in here. Let's get Forrest. I'm rooting for Forrest tonight to win a.
So we in the past we have said that if you won from Cigar Vault, you can't win again. If you won from Beard Apothecary, you can't win again. I'm just saying, from here on out, if you win, you can't win again.
Okay.
I don't care what you win. I want to see more people get more stuff because, I mean, I know everybody loves Beard Apothecary, but how much of it can you have except for the entire collection? Just saying. All righty. So we're going with, if you look on here, it is episode 67, with Sara Rodriguez. And it is hashtag Real Smoke. And it is exclude winners have been taken off. So we said we're going to do 3.
3 and 4. Yep.
3 and 4. So the first one is 3. Here we go. The person who does not win, number 1.
Is it up on your screen? It's not up on my screen, brother.
There it is. Oh, Cigars with Angel. Just talking about Angel. What would his name be? We don't find out yet. Let's go number 2. Number 2 is Hologram. Sorry, Gabe. Appreciate you. Number 3, this is going to be your winner for a $25 gift card to the Cigar Vault Oakdale for the month of March. Cigars test ride.
Okay.
All right, so the way this one works is you have roughly 30 Mick seconds.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to write it down, and then they're going to be here because it's a new name. That's who I want to be here, so I'm going to write it down.
So Smoking Thompson says, can I win? I'm not in the U.S. We actually do need to find out if Cigar Vault will ship to him. Let's make sure that gets posted out today. Cigar Test Ride says he is here. So Cigar Test Ride, do me a favor. You need to go to the podcast page. It is on Instagram at Real Smoke _ pod or Real Smoke pod _. Yeah. Go to that. Send Mick your mailing name, address, phone number, email address, sperm sample, blood type, and DNA from your firstborn child. Everything is required except for the last 3. The last 3 are just because we're weird. So go ahead and do that one.
I thought we swapped the sperm sample for the urine sample. But anyway, yeah, just send me that shit. I'll get you taken care of. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and write that one down. I will go ahead and write that one down. Let's see. You got that one?
Oh, yeah. I updated my sheets, man. I got everything written down now. It's awesome.
So cool. I'm not writing it down. You've got it down.
I got you.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay. So we're going 4 on this one. This is going to be for the last gift card. So number 1. Who is it going to be? Let's find out. It is Smoking Thompson. Sorry, buddy. Number 2. Rob the Cigar Czar. Sorry, bud. Number 3. Cigar Test Ride. Glad we did this one because you would have won again. Number 4. This should be your winner.
Who's it going to be?
Maybe. Hologram. How did we come up with that? Hologram, are you still on here? Guaranteed he's going to be on here within the next 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
Already wrote it down.
6, 5.
Congratulations,
4,
Gabe.
3, 2, 1. You technically have about 20 mix seconds left.
Wow.
Gabe, are you on here?
Gabe's always here. Gabe's a religious follower.
I will say this. I do have this pulled up on my phone as well as on here. So I'm watching both of them just because we had some issues last week. Once again, Mick, you're getting close to your 30 mix seconds.
Wow. I'm really confused. Gabe's always on here for pretty much the whole show. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Damn it, Gabe already wrote it down. 1. I guess spin it.
All right, here we go. You know he's going to come in and say he was here. Just saying.
Now I got to cross shit out. Damn it, Gabe.
Darn it. Darn it. Rob the Cigar Czar. He's not on here. We need to spin it again. Rob, come on. Rob says he's here. So Rob Cigar Czar, you do have it. You know what to do. Send all that wonderful stuff in there because you win constantly. Why? Because you show up, you stay on, and you enjoy the show. So, congratulations.
All but that last part, probably. But congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, he probably doesn't enjoy the show.
He just
wants the free shit. I just want the free shit. I will listen to you guys so I can get free shit. So
I will give Rob some credit though. I know for a fact he buys more than what he gets for the $25 card, which is cool because that's what it's all about. Is supporting those shops that support shit we love. So yeah,
guys,
awesome.
Definitely. If you end up winning a gift card, please try to buy a little bit more than just $25 worth.
It'd be nice. But congratulations to our winners. I'm glad we got one new one. Rob, congrats as well.
We did.
But, it was great. It was awesome. I'm happy you showed up. It's great.
All right, so our last little bit that we got to do is some Meanwhile in Memphis. And I will say that we opened up the show with some stuff for brooders. Check out the lovely, lovely cutter. Did have the single use or single cigar holder, as well as indestructible. We have thrown this thing around. My dog has even taken it off at one time or another. So it thought it was a stick. But anyways, Meanwhile in Memphis is brought to you by Brooder Cigars.
Listen up, Perf heads. Is if your cutter feels like a toy and your gear's got no soul, it's time to level up. Brooder Cigar Accessories. 100% American-made. Veteran-owned, built like a tank, passed down like a rifle. This ain't mass-produced junk. It's the Heirloom Collection. Precision-built with Grade 5 titanium, magnetic steel blades, magnetic action, and inlays so clean they'll make your humidor blush. Check out the Heirloom Ambassador, a semi-custom, raw titanium, anodized finished cutter with exotic woods like Purple Heart and Bolivian Rosewood. Or the Heirloom Elite, a fully customizable cutter with Cerakote, abalone, two-tone layouts, every detail dialed in. Each piece is serialized, built with pride, made to outlive you. So if you're tired of plastic cutters and flimsy lighters, go check out Brooders. Hit their website. Get something that matches your smoke game. Brooders, where legacy meets grit.
I will say this. Out of all the sponsors that we have, we are in constant contact with pretty much all of them. There's probably only one or two. I will say the one people that we're not in contact with is Brooders. So guys, we're just saying, if you're listening, if you watch this, listen to this, shoot us a message. Let us know what you think.
Send us a new video.
We just want to know that, send us a video. We just want to know that you're alive and that you enjoy the show. I guess we know that you're enjoying it because you haven't pulled your sponsorship. But guys, reach out. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Wait, let's see if I can get it. Why? Wait. Let's do it now. It didn't work.
It only works for Sarah. It's crazy.
It only works for Sarah. All right. So Meanwhile in Memphis, what do you got?
Let's go. We no theme music tonight? What?
Do you want theme music?
I can do it
every
without
night?
theme music. I can.
Memphis, it's happening again. Meanwhile in Memphis, the sky turns wild. Stray gators and poodles running free and wild. Some guys wearing mud boots with a suit on trial. Meanwhile in Memphis, let's stay here a while. Meanwhile in Memphis, it's happening again.
Okay, twice. I like it. Meanwhile, Memphis.
I mean, I could play Meanwhile in Nicaragua, Pennsylvania, Florida, New Zealand. Which one do you want?
That one was that'll suffice for the night. All right, so this one's kind of an update. I don't know if you remember, no clue what episode it was, but when I saw this story come up today, I had to do a follow-up. Does everyone remember the guy that was overdosing that was being used as a table?
Yeah.
So, Germantown SWAT team awarded for saving overdosing man being used as a table. So the Germantown SWAT team got an award for saving that guy. So there's one part in here that's just going to make you fall out of your chair. So Memphis, Tennessee, the Germantown police SWAT team was awarded for saving the life of an overdosing man who was being used as a table while they executed a warrant in Memphis. The team was recognized this week by the West Tennessee Violent Crime and Drug Task Force for an incident that happened December 16th. Germantown SWAT team members were assisting Drug Task Force agents searching for fentanyl in a house on Talley Place in South Memphis. As the SWAT team breached the rear door of the home and began to clear it, they encountered a man in the kitchen of the home being used as a breakfast table while an occupant was eating a bowl of cereal off his back. The task force immediately realized that the guy was overdosing. They administered multiple doses of Narcan. The man survived. He recovered in the hospital after 3 days in the ICU. The man said, the task force said, our work is not just about racking up arrests, but also protecting people and saving lives. Thanks to a team of dedicated and quick thinking men, they saved someone who almost certainly would have died from an overdose, allowing him to be put in rehab program. He's on the path to recovery from drug addiction. So happy ending.
So a happy ending?
Yeah, happy ending. Happy ending.
So did you hear how they gave him the Narcan?
They
give him that hawk to spit on that thing.
So the guy in the table is now recovered. The guy that was a table is now recovering. That dude eating cereal.
Mr. Table was now recovering.
Yes, it'd be so great if that was his name. All right, so 2 men. So this one also seems to be a repetitive thing that I had to do another follow-up. 2 men rob a Family Dollar and threaten to shoot employee, MPD says. This was just this past week.
Dang it, Bobby.
Memphis, Tennessee. The Memphis Police Department is investigating a robbery at a local dollar store. According to MPD, on February 25th, so literally like last week, at 7 p.m., officers responded to a business robbery at the Family Dollar at North Cleveland Street in the Crosstown area. I just don't understand why all these Family Dollars are getting robbed.
Have you walked into a Family Dollar lately? I understand.
I have. The suspects ripped the security bars from the shopping carts and attempted to flee out the back door of the business without paying for the items. They had over $300 in items in a shopping cart. As the suspects fled out the back door, an employee tried to intervene. One of the suspects pulled a handgun and pointed at the employee, asking, "Do you want to die over this?" The employee backed away. The suspects fled out the back door with approximately $300 in stolen merchandise. Both suspects were men dressed in all black clothing and driving a black car. That also seems to be something that's very repetitive in there. Anyone with information on this, please contact the local authorities. So, yeah, Family Dollar, man. Family Dollar. Just stay out of those places. All right, so the last one is my new thing I've been doing. Do you want to hear a story from the United States or worldwide for where you're guessing where this happened?
Oh, worldwide.
Worldwide? Okay.
I've nailed the last few.
You have. All right. A 38-year-old man was arrested on December 20th in this country for checking all the wrong boxes. He used flashing lights on the roof of his station wagon to pull over other motorists. He attempted to pull over an unmarked police car. He fled from the scene, realizing this was a huge mistake, I guess, and finally failed a breathalyzer test once police caught up with him. The impaired impersonator breath analysis registered twice the legal limit, adding a charge of excess breath alcohol to the already serious charges of impersonating a police officer. It's bad enough that this person was okay to impersonate a police car, and it's even worse to see him impaired and dangerous driving. What country was this?
All right, so Europe or North America?
Europe. It's definitely overseas.
France.
Let's say this could be Mark's neighbor.
Is it
New
Australia?
Zealand.
New Zealand. Wow, I blew
Auckland,
that
New
one.
Zealand. Yeah, first one you've missed. I was waiting for Mark to chime in before I was done saying that was my neighbor.
That's my landlord. I bought my house from him.
Good stuff. But yeah, some crazy stuff out there, man. But stay out of the Family Dollars and don't become a table for somebody to eat their cereal. It's kind of the moral of the story.
We need an AI image of somebody being used as a table. Just saying.
I can work on that. All
right, there you go. All right, guys, this month, we have dedicated the entire month to Women's Domination Month. So if you didn't hear in the beginning of the show, make sure that you check out, not only if you're tuning in late, go check out the rest of this show, the beginning of the show, but if you're checking out the rest of it for the month, we do have a lot of great people coming up. We have Amanda Bryant, we have Marianne Eves, and we have Karen Berger coming up. We have everybody from moonshine to whiskey and bourbon to cigars coming up. And if you didn't see all this episode, come on. Sara was fantastic.
She was amazing. And just to throw this in there, if you missed last week, I kind of mentioned it. We have sandwiched in the middle of all these amazing women, Michael Herklotz. I don't know how he feels about being on Women's Domination Month, but
that needs to be a question.
We'll let him know that night that he's on this month.
Yeah. So next week, we do have Amanda Bryant with Unholy Beginnings Distillery on. Again, if you don't know Amanda Bryant, go do a Google search.
Yeah.
She is one of the leading people in the moonshine industry. She is also somebody who won, if you watch any of the moonshiner competitions on TV, I think it was on Discovery, may have been. Yeah. But she was one of the winners on that one. And she is also the master distiller for her new company, Unholy Beginnings. She teaches a lot of classes, and Mick went down a rabbit hole of listening to her on a podcast talk about just fermentation and things like that.
Great show.
So when it comes to the art of making whiskey, whether it's moonshine, bourbon, whiskey, whatever, she is a great wealth of knowledge. She is going to be on next week, and we will be smoking the Unkillable. If you don't know that cigar, the Unkillable is the one that is brought to you by American Viking Cigars, also the cigar brand that is owned by the owner of Cigars Daily, Tim Swanson. So we're going to be smoking that cigar. That is the cigar that he put out this year, or maybe end of last year, this year. But we'll be smoking that one, reviewing that one. I'm not sure that many people or anyone has reviewed that cigar. So we're going to be doing that one next week. So it is going to be a fantastic episode. So come join us, come ask questions. Most of us don't know anybody who has been in the moonshine industry. So let's go talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be another great show. We're super excited to get to know her and her story. But just from seeing her on that other podcast, like Charles alluded to, it's her knowledge in this industry just blew my mind, and I could not stop watching her podcast and reels. And then I searched more of what she got into and how she got into it. So it's going to be an amazing story. I can't wait for her to tell it. And Women's Month, man, it's going to be amazing.
So thanks for everybody who jumped on here tonight. Sara, thank you so much for jumping on here. You were a fantastic interview. Hope to have you on again. Would love to have you on again. Mick, close us out.
Yeah, not much more to say. Amazing night, amazing show, a great way to kick off Women's Month. Sara did an amazing job. She definitely set the bar for the rest of the month. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, and take time this week, smoke a great cigar with someone you love, and much love to you guys.
And don't fall for the imposters who want to act like other podcasts. Just saying.
Can't be us.
The smoke is thick, the air is tight, cigars are lit, oh what a sight. Pour the whiskey, tequila too, this one for Mick and Charles and you. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us all grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. Conversations deep, the stories fly. Ashes fall, with spirits high. The gas is rolling, the penters flow. You've kept us burning, don't let it go. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast with just on grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. From the flame to the end of the night, you're part of the glow, you're part of the light. Making Charles with a laugh and a grin. This flame burns bright cause you tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast with us on grin. You light us